they'll get the job done by 7 points.
All right, and I'm going to go with Leongatha as well. I just think their efforts in that qualifying final. But I do think, Boxer, it's going to be very tight. I think that it is going to be a close game. And on a day like today, as Paul said, I think we will see some entertaining football from coast to coast. The big open spaces of Sales Main Oval. And I just think some firepower up forward for Leongatha with Oldham coming back in. They've got some midfielders that can kick goals as well. I'm going to go with Leongatha. It's going to be tight by 1 point.
Yeah, I had to put the finger up. He already knew what he was doing. Yeah, but look, it's going to be a big one. Conditions. The only thing about before we even get started, that wind really has picked up. The trees, there's a fair bit of movement in these trees, and those flags are really pushing again to that far side of the ground, Timmy.
Yeah, absolutely, to your favourite far side of the ground. Have you worked out what that street is or anything like that? You could probably say it's to the Bairnsdale side of the ground, really sort of...
Bairnsdale's that way?
Well,
that's where the goals are.
That's where the goals going that way.
The hospital end of the ground, of course, both sides are in their huddle at the moment. Quick around the grounds check, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Just in the Gippsland League. Boxer, if you can update us scores with what happened a bit earlier today.
I can too, Scud. In the under 16s, it was Maffra 13-11, 89. They defeated Bairnsdale 7-9-51. In the under 18s, 6-9-45. They defeated Maffra 8-9-57. Scud.
Thank you very much. And Mid Gippsland got their grand final on today. Some earlier scores there, if you've got one.
I've got the under 18 scores. Where am I? I'm getting myself a little bit lost here. It is, 8-8-56. They were premiers against Moving North, 6-1-37. And in the final score in the reserves, it was Tarwin, 8-6-54. They defeated Yanar, 3-5-23. Scud.
Thank you very much. All right, so it looks like that Moe will kick to the hospital end of the ground. As you expect, Pepper will start in the goal square. Prowse is there, Blazer. Leongatha will kick to the Sale City end of the ground. Oh, Sale end of the ground, not Sale City, sorry. And then you've confused me now, Boxer. In the middle of the ground, we'll start things off. It is going to be the big Ben Willis up against Prowse, as we'd expected. And that will be the Chris variety. As the midfielders there looks to be Danaher, Baldy, and is that Gowers that's going to start in the middle? I think it might be Billy Gowers in the middle for Moe. While for the Parrots, as you'd expect, Noah Gown spent the last couple of times in there. Marriott's in there as well. And the first quarter is underway here at Sales Main Oval.
Two ruckmen will go at it. Prowse gets a tap down to that man Gowers. Gown put the tackle on. Marriott gets the first inside 50, but it's repelled nicely by the Lions. So they come out wide, looking for the nice bounce, and it does, and it holds up there and ends up for Belfer, who straight down the line, and mark's taken there by Jacob Wood. He's looking to load in quickly, and he does. Pepper, Prowse, good body work, wasn't able to get it. Harry Pepper on the left foot. Oh, he snapped that one, and that went wide. Maybe that was the breeze pushing that way, Boxer. Yeah, out of bounds on the full.
Some good signs there from Moe. Their rebound off, especially with Van Dyke's handball, quick release, got the ball moving pretty quickly. Declan Kelty's gone to Aaron Hilberg as well. So there's no clear matchup done there by Leongatha at all against the Moe coach at this stage.
All right, just waiting the ball to come back in with a minute into this first quarter. Well, thanks to Virtue Holmes, it's Nash who has it in his defensive back pocket. Looks to the far side of the ground. Marriott presents, just kicked over his head, but worked in nicely. Dawson, as we said, late change. Bowman out, and young Will Dawson into the side. Goes out wide and can find Turton on the far side of the ground. Just holds things up. Looks down the line to the wing area. It's going to drop short. Van Dyke couldn't complete the mark. It gets out the back now. Olden has a hand on it. They jump on the top of him somehow. Hopkins gets it. Handballs forward towards that Hilberg man of Leongatha. Top of the 50. Marriott gives it over the top. Jensen Garner had to put one hand up. Quick kick around the body. Talon Brill tries to get to the front spot. And off the toe there of Brooks. Is it out of bounds on the full?
Out of bounds on the full.
So it was already before Brooks got a toe to it.
I think Gower's going to the middle of the ground too. It's probably just that imbalance now for Leongatha. Probably expected him to go forward. They just don't get that matchup now.
So Brock Smith it will be. Will check his kick and come to the near side. Van Dyke will take the mark in the defensive back pocket.
Looks to reload, takes a short kick down and finds Jacob Wood still in their defensive 50. Plays on quickly straight away, comes through, and a mark there is taken low by Kim Drew. Looks to centre the ball, going back inside 50, he does. Contest everywhere, taken down late afterwards. Kilty came through and takes the relieving mark again for the Lions. He's called to play on, nothing really to go to, so he's going to dump the ball long down the line. It's a one-on-one contest. Young Dawson got in front, kept the ball in front of him, did well. Hilbert got the handball across, unable to get anything out of it, though. 1-2, tap there, Wood. Down on one knee, gets a handball back out. Van Dyke, he tries to go along the line to Baldy. He's able to pick it up. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle straight away. And the umpire is going to come in after a bit of a delay, and he will have a ball up there.
The Kim Drew matchup isn't to Riley Baldy, it's to his brother Trent. So he's being picked up there by Drew. So an interesting matchup there.
Two ruckmen will go at it. Willis clears the path, gets the tap down. Van Dyke couldn't take it clearly again. Dumped down there on the ground, comes to true centre wing. That wind's going to play some havoc with it there, but Prowse was able to run onto it. He got a quick kick forward. Got the handball off, chase down. Ball's come out. No one was able to get clear out of it. Sim, though, went back in for a second time. Umpire comes back in and we'll have a ball up. Great tackle there by Sam Forrester.
It was a really good tackle as well. The rundown was incredible. Prowse has found himself up the ground. Will Dawson's covering Nick Prowse, so that'll be a great matchup to watch this afternoon as well.
So Willis does the ruck. Jude actually grabs it out of the ruck. Didn't go too far. Blazer quickly got ball to boot. Kicks it around his body to the top of his 50. Kim Drew was back there first. Baldy closed. That was Trent. He got his kick away. Here's McGannon. Gathers it okay. The little grubber kick to Marriott. To Gowan. Big crunching tackle. Gowan's got him. And absolutely crunched him and then drove his head into the ground as well with a knee just to help, but he's kneeling on him at the same time. So he's given him one in the head, the chest, the back. Now he grabs the footy and he plays on. He kicks to the pocket, blazes out the back, works to the front, couldn't quite get a mark, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in.
I tell you now, if Gowers keeps his head, because we see last week they tried to get into his head a fair bit last week, he keeps his head, his intimidation around the ball is going to be huge for Moe today.
No score, 4 minutes into the first quarter for Virtue Homes. We've got a free kick here. Didn't see what happened, but the kick will go inboard to Belfer from Blazer. And Belfer, only about 30 metres out from goal, will have a shot on goal.
It's a good kick there by Blazer. Last week we spoke heavily on him, his impact off the bench, Blazer, as well. He's doing it again today.
We see the free kick at all? It was in our only blind spot at this ground. We're not sure what it was for. Belfer, the left footer, comes around, starts it to the right, doesn't quite work back enough. And we're going to minus score 5 minutes into the first quarter for Virtue Homes.
And one behind, 1 point goes Moe's way.
Leongatha will bring the ball back in. Assessing the options. Kicks the ball into the man on the mark. Pepper did well. Follows it up. Good pressure coming in there. They were able to take the relieving kick out through Maskell. And Riley Baldy, he takes the mark. Looks to play on quickly as they've done for most of it. And finds the open man inside 50. Ends up there with Harry Sim. Marriott's right on the 50. Not going to have the distance. Plays on. Gets a couple of metres. Puts it to the top of the goal square. Going back with the flight of the ball. Dropped the mark there. Was Jackson Harry, been rushed through for a minor score.
Virtue Homes scoreboard at the 5.5 minute mark. Moe 2 behind 2 points. Leongatha yet to score.
Just heat management's going to be a critical part of the game today as well. So the rotations I expect to be pretty high from both sides.
Maskell goes straight down the middle of Sales main oval. It might clear the pack, and it does. Dropping the mark back there was Brock Smith. Allowed Olden to quick hands. Forward one to Marriott. Open forward line. Kilty will pick this one off every day of the week. It was a 2-on-1. And Kilty took the uncontested mark. That's 2 in the opening 6 minutes. Late news, as we said, Luke Bowman's out of the side, who went to him in that qualifying final, did an amazing job, was a late out. And coming in is Will Dawson, so now they don't have that true matchup box. It's upset Leongatha, I think.
Has a little bit too, and his exit kick wasn't great either then by Kilty, so he'll be ruining that kick.
Ball comes back in just outside 50. Willis was in front, got the tap down, unable to get anything clear. And then was Maslin. He couldn't get his kick away. Ball's wrapped up. No one's coming out of there. And the umpire's
waiting.
Pay a free kick for holding the ball against Noah Gowan and the relieving kick.
It's an interesting matchup with Kilty and Hilberg, because Hilberg likes to run up the ground a fair bit, use his pace, and likes to swing on his left foot as well.
Smith took the kick down, went to a contest. No one was able to take the mark there, though. Come out the hands through Harry. Gets the going forward. Ends up in the hands there of Noah Gowan. He's on far side, true centre wing. Looking to move the Parrots forward. Slow and methodical he is at the moment. Scrubbing kick going forward. Not able to take the slips catch there was Ferrado. He went back, got a second effort though. Comes out in the hands of Leongatha. They scurry the ball forward. Pick, turn. He's going to snap it around on his left. Clever play. Clever play there in the end there by...
Yeah, Turton's got the mark. We just hesitate with the crowd there, Timmy.
It's was going to say something happened behind play, but there's nothing going on.
I think Seppi thought it was play on him out of tackling.
Not 15, he thought. That's what they're arguing, not 15 there too, but great sharing of the ball inside as well.
Turton comes in from directly in front, about 30 out, puts the ball forward, and it's the first one on the board for the day.
Just a couple of errors then from Moe. They're on their exit out, which found the pressure from Leongatha was superb too then too. And the kick inside, I just missed who got the kick in there to Turton.
Olden.
It was Olden, was it? So, just that sharing inside as well gets the first on the board for Leongatha.
And on the Virtue Home scoreboard, we have Leongatha ahead by 4 points. We're at the 8-minute mark on this first quarter. Leongatha 1 goal straight, 6. Moe 2 behind, 2 points.
Well, we know how damaging Olden is in front of goals this time. He plays the team game, and that's exactly what good footballers do. So Big Benny Willis and Prowse will do the ruck duty as for the 8-minute mark of this first quarter. Willis got up early, tapped it somehow over the back of his head. Heppel tries to work hard. Baldy comes in, clean pick up with the one hand, and then handball just towards Blazer, who slips over and left it behind. Vanderpleit was there. Heppel shuffled a handball out to Hopkins. Hopkins in tight traffic, eventually gets his right foot kick out to open space. Nicely read out there was Luke Mulqueen for the Lions defence. And he wants to move it quickly towards the wing area. Working hard was Sim, but the kick was poor, just landed in the field of play. And then on the far side of the ground, we'll get a boundary throw in.
It's about their third error coming out of their backline, Scud, that they've picked the wrong mark, and because of that wind's pushing across the ground, they find themselves making these errors where Leongatha's really reaping the reward here on the rebound.
9 minutes in, and it is a 4-point margin in favour of Leongatha. It's on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
We just had the boundary umpires going a little bit earlier. There's a blood rule coming off here. Is Chris Prowse. So just waiting for him to...
McGrath will come on there, Timmy, and do the ruck work.
Get to the bench before they start.
Can't we have a play go straight on?
Yeah, he's on. Lachlan McGrath's gone on.
Apologies.
So Willis and McGrath. McGrath got to the front and got the hands to it. No one's able to take it clear out of this pack. There's 3, 4, 5 on top of it. Umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up straight after it. McGrath did well there in that contest. Willis tried to use his bulk against the young fella.
Yep.
McGrath starting a fair way back, going to try and jump over the top of him. Willis clever with the left hand, got it down. Heppel off the ground. Kim Drew picked it up, got a handball out. Heppel was able to pick it up. Kicks it inside forward 50. No one's able to take the mark. Bounced up straight away there though.
Well done,
was Holden. Got the handball away. Hopkins on the left. Not able to get any purchase on that really. Mulqueen. He'll try and take the relieving handball out, which he does. Ends up in the hands of Riley Baldy. And he kicks it outside 50. Looking for that contest. And coming across with a big spoil was Maskell, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
They're prepared to defend that far side, aren't they, Moe, at the moment? Every time they've come out of their defensive 50, they've pushed the ball on the far side of the ground. We just don't know the name of that street, so we'll just keep it with that one as well. But their exits out haven't been clean at the moment.
I reckon Raglan Street's close, but I'm
Raglan's
not sure
over there.
That's the side one. Okay,
Yep.
That's not the one you're talking about.
No.
It's the one at the back. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to have another boundary throw in here. 10 minutes gone into the first quarter. Leongatha lead at 1 straight 6. Moe, you're 2 behinds.
That's Guthridge Parade for you, Boxer.
Beautiful. The Guthridge Parade end of the ground. Side.
With Lake Guthridge down the other side.
So boundary throw in. Willis has the front spot, taps it back over his head. Neatly done by Heppel to get it to Hopkins. Inboard they go now. Left foot kick from Hopkins. Going to go to the top of the 50. Can't complete the mark was McGannon. Here's Van Dyke for the Lions. Had 1 fumble, 2 fumbles under pressure. That could be holding it. It is. And the free kick's going to go Kim Drew's way. 45 metres the man on the mark will stand. And Kim Drew kicking into a little bit of a breeze.
Their forward pressure's been enormous today, Scott.
Hand it off to Maskell, who runs to 50. Left foot shot. And does it get that Estens? It might just get him a Zambrero goal of the day contender as well. Cade Maskell from the half-back line. Neatly done for the Parrots. They get 2.
I just shake my head. I don't understand how a player like Maskell can get so clean air from his opponent, because there was no one really near him. And with that left foot damage of left foot, it was just an enormous goal. It's definitely a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
And Maskell was a noted goal kicker early on in his time at Leongatha as well, so he certainly put that to good use there. Kicking from outside the arc, taking Leongatha on the Virtue Home scoreboard to a 10-point lead. They are 2 goals straight 12. Moe at 2 behinds 2 points. We've played 12 minutes of the first quarter.
Secondary ruckmans will go at it. It'll be Hilberg that'll go up against McGrath. Neither ruckman could get it out of there. Marriott, though, was able to get his quick hands down. Ends up with Vanderpleit. He's tackled, come to the ground, was still good enough to get it out of there. Gown, he's going to get a free kick for a push in the back. Still inside the centre square.
Silly errors by Moe, just giving away silly free kicks.
Called to play on. He does, and he ends up wide. And ends up in the hands there. Coming out there is Westaway. Westaway kicks it forward and ends up with Hume. Short and methodical they have been. Back to Gown. He's looking to go quickly if he can. Waiting for movement inside that forward 50. Not much going on, so he's going to put the ball in nice and deep.
Over the back.
He does, over the back, looking for it there is Garnham, but there's that man. Declan Kilty wasn't able to kill it though. Garnham got the handball out, wrapped up straight away.
He's hurt Kilty at the moment too in that contest. Might be holding his shoulder or his arm, I can't quite
shoulder.
see that.
Yeah, it's definitely a shoulder. We've got a free kick going to Leongatha though out of the tackle contest. And it's going to end up in the hands there of Garnham. He's going to take the kick at goal. Kilty left shoulder is dropped at the moment. Boxer?
There was a big contest too there with Ganane, so we know that he very physical player, Ganane too, and just to have that impact on Kilty might have done some damage.
Garnham comes in from about 25 out. And there's the third for Leongatha.
Wowee. Big moments, all thanks from All Bowling Club right now, Boxer.
Every goal's come from a turnover. I'm guessing, or hopefully I'm guessing right too, but at the same time, the pressure inside forward 50 from Leongatha has been enormous. They're forcing the error, and then you just see then to that contest with Ganane really put some hurt on the coach of Moe.
And you are correct, Boxer. All 3 goals are from turnovers for Leongatha, taking them to a 16-point lead on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Leongatha 3 goals straight, 18. Moe 2 behinds 2 points. We're at the 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
Danger signs already for the Lions. They need to find one and find something quickly. Big moments are for the Morwell Bowling Club this afternoon. Back to the middle they go. No one can get a clean handle away. Marriott was working hard with Vanderpleit. And the umpire will do it again.
I just watched the...
Although Marriott's got a free kick. Sorry, Box.
You're right, though.
Over the shoulder. So Leongatha are going to go forward again. They've got the opening 3 goals. They've kicked straight as well. He plays on the right foot kick. Goes in the Olden direction with Ganane. Olden flies. Couldn't quite complete it. Out the back, handball from Coxedge. Goes outside his defensive 50. They work hard, the Leongatha forwards, to try and lock it in. A scrubby little kick from the Lions will turn it over. Westaway belts it back in. Back with a flight, Coxedge. Couldn't complete the mark, but he wins the free kick. And Coxedge hasn't played football, well, a full game of football in probably about 2 or 3 months. Back into the side this afternoon. Squares it out wide. And he finds Biffin, defensive back pocket. 15 minutes have gone in the first quarter. Biffin's kick will find Smith on the outer side.
Smith, half-back flank. Slow and methodical he is. Comes inboard and ends up in the hands of Ferrado. Not much on up ahead.
This next kick now from Moe. This is where he's getting let down here.
Goes to dump it down long, and he does, and it ends up getting over the back of the contest, but coming through, getting the hands out of him, came into Prowse. Prowse to Danaher, did well, back to Prowse, good quick hands. Kick comes forward here, one-on-one contest out the back.
Got it.
And it is, great mark there. And ends up in the hands there, that is Gowers.
Yep.
And his Gowers got over the back there against Jackson Harry. And he's in the left forward pocket, the far side here for a right footer. Plays on straight away, tries to bend it round, he's going to be narrow on it. But it's going to bounce. It bounces across the face and ends up going through for a behind.
Did anyone get a hand on that box?
I don't think they did. I think if it bounced through, it was going to be all clear.
That behind takes Moe to 3 behinds 3 points. They trail Leongatha by 15 points. The Parrots are 3 goals straight, 18. Virtue Home scoreboard 16 minutes, first quarter.
Comes back in and going back with it was Vanderpleit. Put a hand up, couldn't get anything out of it. Comes out in the hands there. Marriott, he's been prevalent early. Kicks out to the far side. Great kick. Ends up in the hands of Garnham, who's pushed himself up. Olden leads for him out wide, and that's where he goes. It's a great lead if it goes to hit. Doesn't. Leading back to the case. He does well, Olden, with body work. Went one way, then the other. Swings back round onto the right boot. Kicks forward, looking for Ganane. Second hand, he got the tap. Kicking forward on the snap was Aaron Heppel. And it's gone through for a minor behind.
Back to a 16-point lead. Leongatha 3-1-19, leading Moe 3 behinds 3 points. Virtue Home scoreboard 17 minutes.
The coaches are really in trouble here for Moe. He's off that contest again. He's come up holding that left shoulder, so I'll keep an eye on that one, fellas.
Yeah, in all sorts of trouble too, holding a wrist now as well. Moe, can they get something? Gowers tries to give a handle off to Seppi. Back to Gowers. The only problem is they're going backwards now. They're under pressure. Danaher's there. Can he find a target in the middle of the ground? That answer is no. Harry comes in, wins the footy, gives it to Vanderpleit. Outside 50, inside it goes to Ganane. 2 grabs and Kelty's hurt. Kelty's absolutely done. That left shoulder of the coach, Declan Kelty, major concerns now for the Lions.
And the matchup's been with Ganane, so the last few minutes he's found himself on Ganane. He was caught lagging. We never see that ever with Kilty, and when the contest came, he just didn't have enough in his arm to even get a spoil on.
They've got to get him off, assess him, have a look and see if he can go. Meanwhile, Jack Ganane directly in front, 17-minute mark. They've kicked 3. They lead it by 16. And Jack Ganane bangs it through the middle. Leongatha Parrots are flying.
Yeah, another great goal then too by the Parrots, and as well, Ganane's got a lot to play for. He missed last year's grand final as well, so he'd be keen to do very, very well. That's a great start for his afternoon.
And it's a 22-point lead to Leongatha at 18-minute mark of the first quarter. The Virtue Home scoreboard, Leongatha 4-1-25, Moe 3 behind 3 points.
They've just had the trainers have just gone out to Declan Kilty. They've done what looked like a little bit of a quick shoulder test, but he stayed out there. He's gone back to his matchup. As the two big ruckmen will go at it again, Prowse and Willis. Prowse went up early. Willis, he roved it in the end.
Wow.
Gets over the back. Ends up in the hands there, though, of Hopkins. His handball comes out wide to Brill. He gets the handball, went round 1, kicks it forward, looking for, and unable to coming through. There was Declan Kilty.
Whatever they've done,
whatever they gave him in that little test, it worked well. So the ball comes back out looking for Prowse. He went one way, couldn't quite get it. Forrester was held without the ball. No free kick, though. Coming through there and picking the ball up was Belfer. He's gone backwards, though, and Gowers is inside his defensive 50. Looking to reload and get the ball back, heading towards Moe's direction, which he does. Comes out true centre wing, gets over the back there, but taking a strong contested mark there was Cade Maskell. He'll relieve the pressure. Relieve the pressure for Leongatha.
Just a quick observation as well, just with Moe, with that exit then too, a lot of the Moe players were flat-footed. Now, I don't know whether it's just the pressure of the game, whether it's already the heat of the game, but their work rate seems to have already stopped early in this first quarter.
Maskell, Willis, great body work, got rid of Prowse and takes a strong mark. Looks to load, waits for the leads coming inside forward 50, nothing there, so he gives the handball off to Kim Drew. He goes towards the centre, he's got 1, he's got 2 options coming forward. And taking the strong mark there was Jensen Garnham. Played the breeze on that one, Boxer, as the ball came in.
It was a perfect kick too. I was watching Ganane and Kilty. Ganane dragged him away, took him into the pocket, which left a little bit of space for Garnham to lead into. And he double led, and he got Melquin on the hop. So it was a great lead, good mark.
Garnham coming in. About 35 out. Slightish angle, pushes the ball forward, and there it is. That's the 5th for the Parrots. And the Lions would want to do something here to stop this flow on as we've ticked over just over 20 minutes.
It's a 5-goal head start. It's always tough now in the final, especially right now. I haven't seen anything that's going to spark Moe right now. A few of the little tricks they've tried early haven't worked. They may have to throw a player back just to quell the run on here as well, but it's one-on-one in the midfield for me. The Moe midfield has to be one-on-one.
28-point lead to Leongatha at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. The Virtue Home scoreboard, Leongatha 5-1-31, Moe 3 behind 3 points. Leongatha have had 11 of the last 12 inside 50s.
Yeah, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute winning weekend getaway. Thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute now. Can Moe get started out of the middle? Riley Baldy is the one. He wins it, drives it a half forward. It's a high kick, back with a flight west away. Front and square there was Jacob Wood, but the Parrots tackling is strong. We've got another stoppage inside the centre square, forward to centre for the Lions.
Just to paint the picture for our listeners as well, it was 4 Leongatha players onto 1 Jacob Wood. You can see where the pressure's coming from.
They ball it up again. Willis just grabs it out of the ruck of this occasion. Kick around the body. He gets it to half forward. Alden's there. Wins the footy. Coxedge ran him down. Got the handball away. Ganane tried a forward handball. Couldn't get it towards Brill. And Brill had to become the tackler on Biffin. And 52 metres out, we've got another stoppage. It's 21 and a half minutes of the Virtue Home scoreboard. First quarter action of the Gippsland Live prelim final. 28 points of the margin. Heppel with a quick kick. Kick it out of bounds on the full towards the Guthrie Street end of the ground.
They're really suffocating them, aren't they, at the moment, Leongatha? They're forcing so many errors on Moe at the minute. That's why they keep finding their ball inside their 50. They've played most of this game in their forward 50.
Coxedge tries to bring the ball inside, and he does, and ends up in the hands of... They're looking for finding Blazer, but closing there was Gown and knocked the ball over. And we'll have a boundary throw in just outside the Parrots 50. Just about to tick over 22 minutes here in this first quarter, of which has all been the Parrots. Ball comes back in. Willis and Prowse do work. Prowse takes front position. Willis at the back did well. Heppel looked to rove it off there. Couldn't get anything out of it. Wrapped up there though Was Leongatha. Baldy cut it out there. Trent, he's trying to knock it out. Umpire will come in and we'll have another ball up.
I don't know the inside 50s for Leongatha this quarter, Paul.
15 forward box.
Absolutely dominating boxer in all facets of the game at the moment. Riley Baldy from this stoppage, it was off the back and it was off 1 foot. Got it towards the coach's boxes, the grandstand side of the ground here at the Sailmain Oval. They go to Jackson Harry and all it was just a spoil. But that's the excitement the Parrots have got at the moment. Forwards the boundary throw-in. 22, make it 23 minutes gone. Ball is back in. No one can really win the tap, but Riley Baldy swoops on it again. This is a better kick to half forward. Prowse in the front spot. Chris takes the mark. He quickly plays on to Blazer. He's outside 50. Has a shot at the goal. It might go through. James Blazer to set your team alight. And to take a Zambrero goal at a contender. 23 minutes it took to get Moe's first, and the veteran puts it home.
I hope there's enough there in it too to really ignite this Moe side as well. He did this last week. He pinched it off the bench early in the game, won plenty of the ball and gave him a lot of lift. That was a great goal, especially with Pepper being really heavily held in the goal square. It was a great kick and great finish.
And takes Moe to 139. Their first goal coming, as Darryl said, at the 23-minute mark. They trail by 22 points on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Leongatha a 5-1-31.
Much needed, used the breeze well, started outside that right post from 50 and let the ball come back, and it did its job. Willis and Prowse go at it again. Willis got up high early. Prowse got the tap down though. No one gets it clear. The two ruckmen try and rove it again between themselves. Ball comes back into the middle. Vanderplight's first to get back to it. And he'll take the kick out wide on his right foot and ends up there in the hand there of Westaway. Goes forward there. Noah Gown been good early, getting plenty of it up the ground. Went back into the forward 50 last week, but with Cam Oldham back, he's come back up the ground. Brings the ball in. It's going to land about 30 out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming through in front.
Shoulder's good.
You wouldn't be surprised as Declan Kilty taking the relieving mark. He had the stinger early. Must have just been a stinger. Quick little massage box and he was good to go. His kick out, great kick out, and the mark there taken by Prowse.
I'm usually like that too. Nice little massage, ready to go.
Only difference is it needs an hour. He had about 1 minute massage. The shoulder is back working, which is a good sign for the Lions. Prowse's kick will go down the line. Target is Gowers. Spoil from Harry. Put it over the fence, 5 rows deep. Boundary throw in. 25 minutes gone. First quarter for Virtue Homes. Your prestige Gippsland custom builder. Be inspired at virtuehomes.com.au.
It was the first time too Moe used the top side, our commentary side of the ground, to really attack the forward 50, and they scored. Every time they've defended that far side, they can't seem to get past the Leongatha defence.
Parrots leader by 22 points. Little quick kick there from Ferrado. Goes to the top of the 50. Harry's been good back there. Took the ball and the tackler on. Got a handle out wide. Going to ground there was Forrester. Somehow trying to keep his feet was Heppel. Always quick. Gets ball to boot. And it lands in the hands of Big Benny Willis and got run down from behind. Big Jacob Wood. I'm not sure it was a tackle, more of a bump, but still. It's holding the ball, and Jacob Wood rolls onto the right, puts it into the forward line. The pack will fly. 2 Lions to exploit themselves, and now Prowse has a shoulder issue.
That was a big hit there by Gowers. I don't know what the awareness was by either player. Gowers really met the pack really hard. He was lucky not to do more damage on his teammate.
Ball up 40 metres out.
Ruckman go at it. Prowse got the tap down. Wood tries to break through. He does. He breaks 1, breaks 2, snaps around over his left shoulder, and will find that man. Prowse into the in the forward goal square. Nick Prowse.
So we've seen the 2 veterans of this Moe side really step up in the last few minutes. Jacob Wood's big tackle on Benny Willis, and then had enough in the tank to get down forward and get the ball inside to Prowse, who was 1-on-1 in the goal square, where he's never going to get beat.
The Parrots, who kicked the first 5, Moe responded with 1. Can they get 2 in a row? Prowse, from no more than 15 out, puts it straight across the face.
Wow.
Now, we saw this last week. He missed the first couple of goals last week that were really crucial to Moe early.
1-4-10 Moe, trailing Leongatha 5-1-31. So it's 5 shots to 6.
He tried to kick it as a bullet, Scud, from 15 out, and that's a fair miss considering the breeze is blowing against the way that he kicked it.
That's right, from right to left, so it's a grandstand side across the ground, but sort of heading towards the lake end. as Maskell kicks it in. Good 60-metre kick. Out the back it goes. Nicely done by Dawson. And got it to Forrester. They get a forward handball, but shoved over the boundary line there. The Lions push over the Parrots defender. We've got a boundary throw in. 27 and a half minutes gone. Great to have your company. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. If we all stay upright in this commentary box for 4 quarters, it's a miracle. As this ball comes back in, the Parrots lead it by 21 points late in the first quarter. The Gown's not going anywhere, and we'll have another stoppage box.
You're right, mate. The BO barometer right now is at around the 6.5 mark.
Willis did well, got rid of Prowse, took the tap down, kicked it, and I think that's going to end up nearly on Guthridge Parade out that side, Boxer.
On that far side.
It is. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and we're just going to have to wait for someone from the crowd to go and retrieve that to bring the ball back in.
The Mid-Gippsland Football League Grand Final has just started down at Morwell East. Fish Creek, they take on Newborough, and it's 1 point to Fish Creek, to Newborough yet to score.
Quick netball update here in the A-grade game. It is at Morwell 8, Leongatha 5 in that first quarter there.
Van Dyke on the far side, true centre wing, comes back in board, finds Danaher. Slow and methodical, ticked over 28 minutes here into the first quarter. He goes to out wide looking for the lead of Gow as he went up with one arm, couldn't get it, was first back onto the ball though. Leongatha will repel out there through Dawson, who ends up there and the hands coming out wide. Kicks the ball from true centre wing to a 2-on-2 contest, leading that with a flight of the ball though, and unable to take the mark there was Smith. You'll see the ball over the boundary line though, and we'll have a ball in about 60 metres around from the Parrots goal. They lead by 21 points as we're about to tick over 29 minutes.
Maybe would have taken that 15-point deficit into quarter time if Prowse kicks that goal, considering the dominance of Leongatha this first quarter.
Nick Luciano's here this afternoon thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Ball back into the field of play. Hopkins will paddle it to himself. Danaher will close. No one can win the football. Baldy comes in to help, and the umpire says let's ball it up. We've ticked over 29 and a half minutes now into the first quarter. So ball up on the far side of the ground. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's prelim final day. We're at Sales Main Oval. Quick chain of hands. Hopkins gave it away though. Van Dyke, quick one to Ferrado. Now to Wood. Can they get one late? It goes across now to Van Dyke. They're on the wing. They drive an upside down helicopter drop punt inside forward 50. Nash was back there though. Read it better. And we're going to downfield. This is 80 metres off where the ball was.
It's against Wood. He was late.
Heppel goes to Wood and says enough of that. And now holding his shoulder is Kim Drew in the middle of the ground, who has it taped as well.
It was a shepherd that Wood put on for Van Dyke to go through, and Kim Drew tried to go around it, and I don't think either of them liked what was going on.
30 minutes now into the first quarter. Kim Drew. Now he sells some candy as Jacob Wood went high to try to smother it, a la Braden Maynard style. But the kick goes down the line, a big fly from Heppel, right on 50. Can he drive it in towards Ganane? He'll elevate. It's going to get out the back. Talon Brill might sock it off the ground. He picks it up and runs it through for a minor score. And right on the quarter-time siren, we have a minor score to Leongatha, which has them leading in the Virtue Home scoreboard. 5-2, 32, leading Moe 1-4-10. It's a 22-point margin at quarter-time, and it was all the Parrots in the first quarter. It was Gippsland Live on TRFM, and we do it for Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Round near the pass players hill.
Scud.
The QR code. Scan it and away you go.
We've just had another change, this time from the umpires.
All right,
so we've had a bit of a late out. Nick Cullis has come in. Now we can't see why, but he's come into the game. He was the emergency umpire, and now he's got the ball ready to start this quarter off.
Timmy, what did you find out at quarter time? Obviously, Declan Kilty in a little bit of strife, but he's back out there.
Yeah, he was went straight in to the rooms. Didn't do any of the huddle to start off with. Left it to the other coaches. He's back out there. He came good after the trainer went out and had a look at him. So I'll be interested to see how he goes this second quarter.
For second quarter for the Moe Racing Club is underway, and Prowse will get the first tap down, tries to do the groundwork. Willis grabbed the footy, and we're going to do this again.
So Dylan Brooks has gone to Ganade now. Hilberg finds himself again back on Kilty to start this quarter.
All right. Or the other way around is a boxer.
It's the other way around, I should say. My apologies.
Well, either way, they have another stoppage in the middle of the ground. We've got three of them. They're not going anywhere. It's tight. I think you mentioned that obviously because Declan Kelly's so attacking that they've got to have a run with. Although Hilberg will certainly move him around from his starting spot. So back we go again. Can we get it out of the clearance on this occasion? No one really wins it over the shoulder. No. As we'll have another ball up. I've had 4 goes at it. Timmy Sexton, my co-caller this afternoon on TRFM for Gippsland Live, will clear the area.
Well, Cullis has been on the ground for just under a minute, and he's had more goes at it than any other player out on the ground. So he goes at it, throws it up there. Prowse will give that one to him. Coming through there, Riley Baldy. He's going to be wrapped up by 3 Leongatha players. And guess what, Scud?
Yep, ball it up.
Oh, no good again. So we've gone straight in another middle.
You get a couple of goes, though, Tim.
Okay, I'll have another crack. Here we go. Big Benny Willis knocked the thing out of there. Tries at it. Him and Prowse, they both have a crack at it. No one's able to get out of it. Kim Drew, he's gone once, twice. He's been wrapped up there by Maslin. And he's going to be paid. He's waited on it, Cullis did, and then he's given the free kick away, and it goes through to Moe. Danaher delivers the ball inside 50, but being in front and taking the good relieving mark there was Will Dawson in front of Prowse, young fella that came in for the laid out of Luke Bowman, if you've just joined us. He comes out wide. It's a kick, not a very good kick though, and ends up and he's cut off there by Brock Smith. Looks to reload. He's looking for his forwards to lead. He goes 1, 2, then Prowse this time gets in front and takes a strong mark in front of Dawson on that one.
He's really got to turn it back after his first kick at goal we saw in the first quarter. It was a really costly miss then as well, but he's a good lead. The ball come out by Dawson, but then he found himself doubling back, and his lead forward was great. The finish there by Brock Smith was even better.
How much to the left, box up?
Just aim for that left goal post, and the wind will do the rest.
Nick Prowse comes in, crosses a 50. He's going to kick from about 40 out. Starts it outside the left post and comes back perfectly.
Now,
Anyway, Boxer, very, very good teaching there by one of the best goal kickers that the Gippsland area has ever seen.
And you know what? His name's Nick. So, there's a couple of similarities there as well. But the kick was perfect too, because you've got to remember, a lot of this game's played between your ears. And when you have a really costly miss like you did in that first quarter, to actually turn it around like that, a full swing, it's going to do his confidence a world of good.
And the first score of the second quarter is a goal to Moe, coming at the 2-minute mark, and on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, Moe now 2-4-16, trail by exactly that margin, 16 points, Leongatha 5-2-32.
I'll just have it on word too, guys, that the 4 umpires that they got are rotating through 3 positions at the moment. So in rotation they go as Heppel bursts out of the middle, drives it inside and try to work his play underneath. It was Garnham, a big fist and a big spoil, comes to ground level. No, Nash did well, McGannon it was, although Moe's got some numbers. Blazer will kick around his body to open space. The far wing area, Turton's there. He'll close and give it to Little John. He might be under pressure. And Sims got him with a wing tackle. The crowd like it because that's holding the footy.
This is good now. They've really upped the pressure now, Moe. The same thing that Leongatha did to them in that first 15, 20 minutes, that first quarter.
As Harry Sim now, a little bit of an up and under kick, a high one. Willis in the front spot. They couldn't mark it. Jacob Wood at ground level wins it. Handballs to no one in particular. Kim Drew busts through. The kick out, though, was soccer style stopped with the left boot of Nick Prowse, Chris Prowse. And he'll cause the stoppage in the end, right about 55 metres out. 4 minutes into the second quarter to the Moe Racing Club. Danaher bust his way through, Hebel over the shoulder. Balfour was there, left it behind. Little John again is under pressure, but he had to become the tackler. And we'll have a ball up now inside Moe's forward.
Yes, good thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland around the grounds. Fish Creek got off to a good start here, 2-4-16. They lead Newborough just to 1 point.
Ball comes in, ball up there. Nick Gown in out of his back line. He'll deliver the ball out to the true far wing. It's between Kilty and Ganane and the boundary line. And the boundary line will win. Goes out of bound on that Guthridge Parade side, and it is heading into the Parrots forward end.
It's fine, it's easy just to say the far side.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to give our listeners a bit of an understanding of where the ball is.
We have a B-grade score as well. It was a tight game, but in the end it was Traralgon 47. They defeated Leongatha 46.
A-grade netball's quite tight as well. 16 the Tigers, Leongatha 15.
Riley Baldy, he gets out of it. Gets the handball going through a chain of handballs, go the line. The kick forward, though, was no good. Was cut off there by the Parrots. In Maskell, he'll deliver the ball down on his left foot. And a one-on-one contest there. Unable to take the mark, seeing it all the boundary line with those 2 players. And we'll have a ball in closer to the Parrots 50.
I think the godsend for the players too, who are just off the footy for a minute, is the shade that the coaches' boxes have both got in this really hot afternoon. So the players are able to get a little bit of rest from this heat.
Thanks, Nick Lucchino, for Carpet Country. Big tap out there was from Chris Prowse. Gets over the back. Maslin gives it to Baldy. Inboard to Van Dyke. Got around one. The forward handball, though, missed. Ben Danaher. And the numbers now. Marriott gave it back to Maskell for Leongatha. They got Willis at half forward. Finds him by foot. Open forward line. They lead into the open spot. Garnham has just sat on his head. It's going to get over the back. Coxedge ran underneath it. Ganane was there. Couldn't get a handball away. Good tackle by Kelty. He's in pain again, is Declan. He's still on the ground. Has to get up. Well done by Grady Coxedge to give it to Baldy. He goes backwards, looking for a teammate. Ganane crashed his way through. And then comes the other direction was Littlejohn. Balfour wraps him up. Ball still in dispute now. Outside the 50 for Leongatha. We have a stoppage.
I get why Kilty has to be out there. I get what he does. But he was in a lot of pain when he come off the ground then as well. I just hope he doesn't do more damage by staying out there anyway.
Prowse and Willis. Prowse got the tap down. It's being held without it was Danaher. No, play on, says the umpire. Marriott, he bustles through, gets a handball out to Drew. His quick handball out, ends up in the hands there of Hume, steps around one with the right boot, got just inside 50. Yes, it is. It's a Zambrero goal of the day contender to Jack Hume.
The only way you could probably explain it using your basketball critique as well was like a crossover, wasn't it, the way he turned his player inside out. But he's always been a renowned goal kicker through his junior days as well. It's great to see him back in this side too, Jack Hume. Great finish there and a great goal as well to Leongatha.
Taking him back to the quarter-time margin of 22 points. They lead Murray by that margin on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 6-2-38, Murray 2-4-16.
Big moment for the Mall Bowling Club. The new convention and reception centre now complete. The stunning 300-seat function room. Go to mallbowls.com.au as we go back to the middle. As no one really won the tap. Tried to sock it off the ground and did well in the end was Heppel. It goes to the top of the 50. Ganane's there. Turton tried to run onto it. Van Dyke was there for company as well. He'll go back and tap it, although left it behind Trent Baldy. Cam Olden snaps around the body from 40 and says, I like Zambrero too. And I want to toast a burrito because that's not bad from 45.
That's unreal too. And it wasn't a clean banana kick as well. Had plenty of height. Didn't have to spin either, but a great finish there for Olden. It's just that real work rate through, and then the midfield of Leongatha pushed forward as well, forced the error, ball hits the ground, Olden cleans up.
How's Heppel? Had two on him, and just the presence of mind to soccer it forward.
About a 28-point lead to Leongatha now. We've played 8 minutes of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard. The Parrots are on 7-2-44, Murray 2-4-16.
Yeah, absolutely. Just their forward pressure and continued work was what resulted in that goal there. As Willis and Prowse will go at it again. Willis got the tap down. Harry who gets the handball out and they throw is the call from umpire Cullis. We'll have a free kick going towards for Moe. It'll be Ferrado that'll take the kick back in the middle of the ground.
They're really going to get the ball forward too. They've really structured their forward line well, Moe, but they just can't get the ball inside their 50.
Goes short. Still in the centre square, finds Baldy. He's going to look to come out wide. He did, and he went back in the middle, and then he's still looking forward. He hasn't got much on. Delivers a ball inside 50 to a sparking contact, and West away with a strong contested mark.
And this is where you'd be frustrated as a forward for Moe then too. Riley Baldy, I could see what the idea was, but he got held up by his opponent, and then the kick, they gave him enough time to get players back, and it was a great mark by Westaway.
Absolutely was. Jackson Harry, he comes back out to this grandstand side looking for Heppel. Went back with it, was able to pick it up there though and finds out there through McGannon. Comes back in board to Littlejohn. He goes back to Heppel. He'll dump the ball down the line.
Good kick.
And it is a great kick. Wasn't great off the boot, but found his man that he was looking for in Drew. He's going quickly over the top to the runner Hopkins. He takes one bounce. Looks to come in short. And he lost it in the sun. He lost it in the sun, but Oldham was good enough. One, he takes on Blazer.
High.
He's got the free kick though.
Oh, Blazer holds
Blazer looks
chin.
like he hold his chin and he's got blood.
Yeah, so
he's got to be real careful here too, Blazer.
Well, he's going to come off under the blood rule, so he's going to and go, how do I give away a high?
Well, they're both going to come off with the blood rule here.
So it's clearly a head clash between both of them.
Yeah,
and the Leongatha have won the free kick.
What I was worried about more for Blazer was that I just didn't want him to lip off too much. It cost him a 50. So it's Olden's head that's got the gash.
It might be Olden's blood. No, underneath the chin there of Blazer.
So McGannon will take the free kick with the blood rule. He'll kick from just on 50. Comes in, puts the ball forward, and there is another one for the Parrots. What a great kick by the young fella in McGannon. Stepped up to the plate after Olden's free kicking off with the blood rule and puts a third in a row in this second quarter through for the Parrots.
This is what happens when you make most of your opportunities inside 50, 7 goals.
7 different goal
scorers. I knew what you were trying to say, but I couldn't understand Italian. But at the same time, they're making the most of their opportunities, something that Melbourne didn't do last night in the AFL.
Oh, nice little dig.
And that's 3 goals in 3 minutes to Leongatha, taking their lead out to 34 points on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. 8-2-50 to the Murray team, 2-4-16.
Danger signs again, as we had it at about the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. And now again, they've got 3 goals to 1 in the second. Prowse taps it forward towards Baldy. Riley's trying to work his team back into it. Onto the left foot. Top of the 50 it goes. Maskell, though, leads McGrath out. Left it behind. Head over it was Marriott. Gave a handle off to Maskell. And then in the end, they find the target on the outer side. Ian Hopkins comes back inboard. And he can find Maskell again at half-back flank. They want to hold on to the football, but this time you might turn it over. Pepper has it, 55, chips to open side. It's going to miss Gowers and go out of bounds.
That's the difference, Scud. The ball coming inside 50 for Moe. An error then by Pepper's kick to Gowers. But when Leongatha do it at the opposite end, they score.
Does he have the right there, Boxer, though, to go at goal, running inside 50, as opposed to trying to pinpoint that kick?
He had a bit of grass in front.
He had a bit of grass in front, didn't he? So he probably should have had a shot at goal. Looking in hindsight.
Prowse looked to take the tap out. Nothing was coming from it. Went around 1, went around 2. That's holding the ball. It'll be a free kick to the Parrots inside their defensive 50.
34 points the margin, 12-minute mark of the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. Don't forget Cup Day on Friday the 20th of October.
And Travis Nash, he'll go short into the back pocket. Ends up in the hands there of Littlejohn. He's going to switch and come grandstand side, kicks it across, and it's got to be a good kick, and it is. Ends up straight away with Jackson Harry. He goes to the open man there with Westaway. He comes down the line, puts it on his head in terms of Hopkins coming through with the great spoil there. Was Baldy, and he comes up and gives him a little bit of lip too. I'd be worried about just getting some hands on the footy at the moment and getting some control if I was the Lions. We've ticked over 12 and a half minutes here in the second quarter.
So Leongatha have got a 6-goal lead and they're still prepared to take the game on. So they're prepared to switch, get the ball forward as quick as they can.
Ball comes back in. Prowse in the front spot. It gets over the top of the 2 ruckman. Hits the deck. Nick Gown was there. The kick was smothered. Becomes the tackler. Umpire might have been a little bit blindsided there, but there was another umpire in good position to pay that. They didn't think your free kick was there. 13 minutes gone into the second quarter. And you're exactly right. I think the enthusiasm around the Leongatha side is when they get a spoil in. They all go and support each other. Moe just had a really good spoil by Trent Baldy, and they want to go to the player as opposed to your own teammate. Can Gowers, he took on, he blocked the high elbow and holding the footy.
They're letting him know about it as well.
Are they ever? The free kick will go the way Leongatha's way. Gowers can't believe it. There's a little bit of a dust on just behind this. Heppel will take the footy now, and he'll look up. Have no one really on because there's a number of them around, a little bit of a fight. As he comes to the near side, it's going to clear the pack and just stay in the field of play and fine touch in the end. And it's probably what he wanted in the end. They gain 50 metres. They've got a ball up now on their half-forward line, and the Parrot defence can reset. They lead by 34 points.
That was a rugby league kick.
Yep.
To touch. Scud.
Spot on.
It was perfectly weighted. No insufficient intent in that one whatsoever.
Exactly right.
Comes back in. Prowse takes front position and does well. Gets the hand down. Danaher looked to get the handball out. He did in the end. It ends up with Baldy. He swung once, twice. And it's it. And here we go. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Leongatha.
Yep.
And this is again where it's got to be. They've got to be smart here, Moe. They're not being smart with it, and the Parrots are just going to take all the things that are coming towards them. As Oldham puts the ball in forward, coming through is Kelty, and he's landed on that shoulder again. He's slow to get up. Ball's tackled once, twice. No one's able to get it clear, but it ends up now coming out in the hands of Hopkins. He comes out wide to Drew. Drew puts it on the head of Ganane. He wasn't able to just stretch far enough, but kicking the ball back there was Tyson Biffin, and it's rushed through by the coach of Moe for a rush behind.
35-point lead to Leongatha, coming up to the 15-minute mark of the second quarter. 8-3-51 to Moe 2-4-16.
Short to Danaher, who goes short again to Brooks.
So the problem is, Scud, with Kilty, he's so naturally instinctive about trying to take a high mark. He finds himself really giving that shoulder some work out.
And he went short again to Maslin, who kicks along the wing. Prowse is the toe. It's going to get out of the back. Gowers will get it. He can run on. He's going to take on Little John. Runs a long way. Handles over the top really to no one. Sim was there trying to win. He's got 3 Parrots to beat and he can't do so. Heppel gave it to Van der Plyte. Inside 50 with a blink of an eye. Missed the target, but it might work. Cam Olden's out the back. Closing quickly is Mole Queen. What can Olden do? Leave it behind. And Mole Queen will win it and then relieve some pressure. Got it out towards Seppi. He handballs over to the top to Sim. Sim steps inboard. Gives it to the run of halfback of Van Dyke. Now to Brock Smith. This is better build up from the Lions, but the wobbly kick's a poor one and Maskell will win it. Give a handball back to Harry. And now on the rebound, they might just get out here. It's going to come out wide towards the grandstand side where Turton can mark. It's going to be a 60-metre kick. And it's going to get there in the end. It does. Talon Brill. Does it sit for him? Not quite, but it gets out the back of Grady Coxedge. Now Brill becomes the tackler. Coxedge goes to ground. And we'll have a ball up. 55 metres out. It's zinging up and down.
So this is a difference too. It was just those couple of skill errors again from Murray. They held the ball up, allowed numbers to get back. The work rate of Benny Willis, he's working the ground up and back, was in that contest to clear the path for his defenders. It was great play then too by Big Benny.
Gowan got the tap down, but Baldy, Riley, he was able to shark it. Comes in through the hands there of Maslin. His quick hands and ends up in the hands of Jacob Wood. He's looking for a target. Goes on the left foot. Gowers is going to get over the back.
Body work.
And great body work. Takes the mark. He's called.
Pepper is on with McGannon.
1-on-1. Great kick through. Great kick by Billy Gowers. Showing his true class with that. That's a 50-metre bullet.
That was centimetre perfect.
Absolutely it was.
It didn't go higher than 6 foot off the ground.
And what he did, he knew that he was getting well held. Who's the opponent that's just... Is that McGannon that's on...
Yep.
On Pepper. He just didn't give him any space. And then all of a sudden, Gowers just knew where to kick it. And Pepper found himself in the perfect spot from a perfect kick.
Might be Nash, sorry, boxer.
Yeah, I think it might be right.
Yeah, it was Nash. Great work by Gowers. Pepper for a much-needed goal for the Lions. Comes in from 25 directly in front and has snuck it through. He made the goal umpire work to the left a little bit, but he's put it through for the Lions.
Yeah, much better build-up too. We're just going to take a little bit more recognition here for Riley Baldy. He's probably been the best, well, he has been the best Maui midfielder all day, and he's really working hard both ends of the ground at the minute, and he was a real catalyst of the reason why they got that ball forward.
Another blood rule too.
Lead for Leongatha back to 29 points at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Leongatha 8-3-51, leading Murray 3-4-22.
So Pepper comes off with a blood rule and Blazer comes on with a head strapped right around his chin.
Half-time of the A-grade netball, Scud, here. We've got Maul and Leongatha all tied up at 23 apiece.
Winner going into the grand final to play Moe, who are already there. There's Big Benny Willis and McGrath. McGrath got up really early, so Willis just grabs it out. His kick was smothered, then Heppel left it behind, although he's good enough to get it again. Drive it inside forward 50. Olden in the front spot, couldn't mark. McGannon was there. Head over there was Marriott, tried to crush his way through. Umpire lets it go, now balls it up. 45 metres out, 18 and a half minutes gone. It's been 3-2 in the quarter. Leongatha lead it by 29 points. It was a 22-point margin at quarter time. Still got about 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Conditions searing heat in the middle of spring.
It's 43 degrees in here.
Certainly is. I've dropped 5 kilos already. Still got another 10 to give though. As Willis again does the battle with McGrath. McGrath will tap it down and there'll be a whistle off the play here. That's going to go Moe's way. Baldy's being held. The midfielder for the Lions, who's been in great form.
The Moe crowd were up and about that one. I think they thought that they'd been a bit hard done by.
Might think that he's a contender too for the Trude Award and Rodder medal winner. His delivery was neat to Prowse. To Nick Prowse. They want the 50 now. They want everything going their way.
Needed to come back behind his mark.
Yep. So Nick Prowse has it right in the middle of Sales Main Oval. Goes in the direction of Gowers. It's not going to get there. Westaway will read this one. And he's tried to kick that 70 metres to Gowers. They're not the kicks you want. Westaway will give it to Jackson Harry in the back half. Back to Little John. Little chip over the top will miss Hopkins. Now they can reload. Brock Smith has it. Wants to move it quickly. In he goes. It's 4-on-1 and the 4 will get a fist in, but he hit to the wrong spot. Blazer will just give it up to Heppel and the weighter numbers in the end will win out as Maskell's outlet kick can find Jack Hume, or is it Hopkins on the far side? I think he might have tattoos. I'll go with Hopkins.
Hopkins it was, Scud.
And he kicks too. Noah Gown.
Noah Gown.
The big difference here is the marks inside 50. I think Murray's only had the 1 this quarter, if I'm correct, Paul.
2.
2. So I was pretty close.
Both goals, Box, were were marks.
Gown goes down the far side to the far wing there, and the players will see the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have a ball in the Parrot side of centre wing.
Special comments this afternoon, all thanks to the Carpet Country. Close enough is good enough, Boxer.
Yeah, well, it is. Far side, 2 marks, 1 mark. It's the same, isn't it?
Moe's in front.
Not quite.
Close enough is good enough.
Close enough to smart comments shortly. Ball comes in. And McGrath starts out wide, and it's going to be Willis who'll get his hands to the ball first. Though Marriott came through, he's wrapped up straight away in a strong tackle, and we'll have a ball up here. Just ticked over into time on. 20 minutes gone here, second quarter. The Parrots all going their way at the moment. Willis did well, got the tap over the back, wrapped up straight away though in a strong tackle. Is Marriott by Riley Baldy, and we'll have another ball up.
Tell you what, big moments all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. If some spectators out there wouldn't mind dropping in some sugar, just feeling a little bit low at the moment. 21 minutes gone, half-time can't come quick enough. I'm about to pass out in the commentary box.
Willis was clever again, got the tap out. Picked up though by Moe, and we'll have another ball up here as we... 21 minutes gone, 29-point lead to the Parrots.
Mid-Gippsland Football League Grand Final, and it's Fish Creek 2-6-18. They lead Newborough just the 1 point.
Wind blowing one way out there too, Boxer. Give you some news there. Baldy around from this stoppage. Got it to the wing area. Belford was there. Handball was smothered. Goes back and wins the footy again. Little tap kick was okay. Tries to get it to Wood. Wood had a fumble as well. And now Leongatha wrap him up, and we're going to ball up.
Doesn't help me, Scope. Which way is it blowing?
It's blowing the way that Fish Creek will be kicking in the second quarter.
Okay.
So they were kicking against the breeze in the first quarter, kicking with it in the second. Half-time score will be interesting again. 22 minutes gone here at Sales Main Oval. Prelim final day. Trying to burst his way through back there was Baldy. Now a handball over the top from Riley. Although Little John was quickly wrapped up.
I wonder if that's the Lucchino end or the Danny O'Donnell end.
Which end's yours, Boxer?
The creek end, down the creek.
Can't believe that you have an end at Moore East.
Yes, I do.
It's not the only
It's
ground.
a big end.
Yep, as Marriott got it in towards Gown. Gown's handball went 45 metres in the air. Well, close enough is good enough, I guess, and he ticks and gave it up to the Lions. They kicked to half forward. Belford couldn't complete the mark. Ball now in dispute. Hopkins did really well for the Parrots. Now the handball releasing to Jack Hume. He comes back inboard. Has he got a target presenting for him at centre half forward? No is the answer. Scott Van Dyke's been good. He went back with a flight. He now will switch the play to the near side. He's got Maslin. It sits for him. Cam Oldham will close. Give a handball back to Grady Coxedge. Went one-handed. Dylan Brooks is there. He handballs well to no one in particular. Oldham will now take on Dylan Brooks and now kick inside. Hilberg was there. One hand. Goes forward to the football. Van Dyke squats down. Grabs the footy. Gives a handball back to Maslin. Sold some candy where Sim was. And then in the end, kick off the side of his boot. Baldy was good. Gave it to Seppi, and Seppi on the left foot will kick down to half forward. No one can mark it. The big fellas have a couple of bites at it. West away's got a number out the back, and it's Maskell on his own. Relieve the pressure and get it into Little John. They might be away through Hopkins.
They are. Hopkins comes back through the middle, and he's got Heppel all out on his own. He's got one over the top if he's quick enough. He takes one on, and he does. He finds his open man. No, Declan Kilty comes back through with the arm and hits the spoil in. Kicks the ball out wide, looking for Trent Baldy, but what he's going to find is out of bounds on the full.
This is the big hurt for Moe at the moment right now, is the fundamental errors. Simple skill errors. They're just not getting it right. They're butchering the ball.
I tell you what, that hand in from Declan Kelty was a goal saver for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He was out all on his own, was Hume. Turton looks to go. He calls it forward. There's a smother there by Pepper. Old Huey Pepper, Boxer's mate. He goes again, keeps the ball in front of him. He does well. It's 2 against 1. He's got no support over there with him. The two of Leongatha still are going to wrap him up. And we're going to have a ball up there.
He did well, Harry.
He did well. He did well, but he didn't have any followers coming across with him early to try and help him out with that one.
And that's the thing. The numbers around the contest, Boxer, they just got to work harder to the contest. It's a tough day.
And that's what it is too, though. Leongatha just seem to have the numbers around the pack all the time.
Willis with a double tap out. Running onto it is Hopkins. Inboard handballs nicely done to Forrester. Gave it to McGannon.
Oh.
Took on one. That might be holding the footy. Blazers going at someone on the far side of the ground as well. Meanwhile, Trent Baldy has the free kick. And he gives a handball off to Danaher. Inboard kick to Van Dyke's okay. One-on-ones inside forward 50, so he comes lateral out wide towards Balfour. It just eludes him. Maskell hit him hard, and then Kim Drew followed up with another one. It was bang, bang, and now holding the ball to rub salt into the wound. 25 minutes gone. They lead it by 29 points. They are pressure personified, this Parrot side.
Murray supporters are calling no prior, but they did. He had plenty of time to use the ball.
Maskell goes backwards to Littlejohn, and they'll just slow things up late in the quarter. They've won the quarter, and Littlejohn will go back to Maskell. Maskell at half back. Looks towards the middle of the ground. Takes off a little bit more than he can chew. Van Dyke wins it. He gives a handball off to the running Brock Smith. Can Brock Smith find the target? He goes to Pepper and Westaway. Pepper's in the front spot. Westaway will close. They've got support. It's now becomes 2-on-1 again. Harry Pepper's done well again. He asked for holding the ball. The umpire said no, we'll have a stoppage, and I think Pepper will take that every day of the week with a 2-on-1 again.
Yeah, well, Scud, you might be right down there more or less in this grand final. Fish Creek now, 4-6-30. They lead Newborough just to 2 points.
Kicking with the breeze.
Ball goes up. Prowse got the tap down there, though. I know we'll get clear through Leongatha in the half-back line, and we'll have a ball up.
I'll just say, it could be a bit of deja vu there in the Mid-Gippy grand final as well. There was a big breeze last year that Newborough had to contend with as well, and the Biscuits did go their way.
Willis and Prowse. Prowse did well, got the tap down. Blazer, he's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have another ball up. Deep inside Moe's 50 here, 26 minutes gone. They trail by 29 points. Willis and Prowse go at it again. Willis was clever with that one, got it over the back. Marriott on his left boot, clears the 50, goes out wide and ends up getting through. His hands there was Hilberg, wasn't able to get through. And we'll have a ball in. Far side wing.
If there's one place you want to be, I reckon, at the moment, is on the far side where the Sale Magpies are. They are having a ripping time on the far side. To give you the tip there, reserves are into a grand final. And it looks like their whole senior club's out there as well, which is good to see on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Good tap down, nicely done. Is it Marriott bursting out of the middle, goes inside forward 50, looking for Olden. Trying to tap it forward was Garnham, nicely done by Maslin. His little chip kick finds the target of Van Dyke at half-back. They lead by 29 points to the Parrots over Moe in this prelim final. Van Dyke goes lateral to Biffin. Defensive 50 for the Lions. Not much movement ahead. Actually, there's no movement ahead. Has to just kick on the head, and again it becomes a 2-on-1. The target was Smith, and the numbers favour Leongatha. They've got numbers everywhere. Willis out the back, goes inboard to Garnham. He's got Marriott in the middle of the ground. He wants him, decides to ignore that, goes in towards Hilberg, and on the chest. Good build-up. There's a difference in the two styles of play at the moment, Boxer, and it's concerning for the Lions.
Absolutely. Skill level inside 50 for Leongatha is paramount. The reason why they're in front by so much at the moment.
Breeze going from right to left from 51 metres. Aaron Hilberg away. He misses accuracy. And it's through for a minor score at the 28-minute mark of this second quarter for Moe Racing Club. Moe Cup Days on Friday, the 20th of October, and marquee packages start now from $140 per person.
8-4-52. Leongatha leading by 30 points over Moe with 3-4-22.
I was wearing a blue shirt when we rocked up. Now it's all black from the sweat.
Blue to black. Not bad. We seem to bring the ball back in for the Lions here.
That's here.
Over 28 and a half minutes. He's going to go to the grandstand side. It's a wobbly, awkward punt.
We just spoke about
Vanderpleit was able to take the mark. His quick kick back inside, looking and fighting down low. Oh, it's not called a mark, called play on. It was Hopkins. I thought he had it.
Yeah.
I think he thought he had it too.
The umpire was right there on the spot then, Timmy, so we'd love to give the umpire the credit there.
Absolutely. There's a bit going on afterwards too. And we've got a free kick.
Cullis has paid another one off the ball here for holding the man from that stoppage.
How does he call it from that far away? He's 50 metres away.
He will
have been watching the four blokes out the back grabbing at each other.
Yep.
Okay.
Ball comes back in. Smith on his head. Strong contested mark in front of Heppel. Again, as you said, Scud, before, there is no movement forward. He's looking left, looking right, nothing called to play on. So he's going to dump the ball down line in front of the Moe coach's box, and it's going to land him 5 metres in front of where everyone was looking. Dawson, he got the handball out, comes through, and it looks like it's going to try and end up in the hands of Turton. Handball, though, was picked up, though, by Wood. Couldn't pick it up. Turton, great pickup. Comes in, sold the dummy from outside 50. Is it going to go? Doesn't. It goes across the face and through from one behind.
That was deja vu of a grand final call, Timmy, last year.
Wow.
8-5-53, Leongatha leading Moe 3-4-22. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, almost 30 minutes played, second quarter.
But that's the difference. He was in the first contest.
Yep.
He ended up being in the second contest and having a shot at goal.
Moe forwards or Moe targets stand there with their hand in the air, though, when it kicked on their head, and it's just not working. And now they're rolling out of full back, and they're going to turn it over again. Westaway has it. He can go backwards to Maskell. He's a couple of kicks out from getting it inside forward 50. He's going to take his time. He's on centre wing. He looks up, has a look at the time, and says 30 minutes are gone. We might still get another score. So he plays on and gets it inside. Garner will fly too deep. Couldn't get it. A big fist over the back will find the boundary line. 30 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. And it's 31 points. The reigning premiers have had an opening half that they're happy with.
Sky Newborough have kicked their first goal now. It's 1-2-8. They still trail Fish Creek 4-6-30.
Ball comes back in. The ruckman there, Prowse taps it out the back there. Riley Baldy held his ground nicely. Gives a handball to Van Dyke. They go backwards to Kelty. Wrapped up, but got a handball away. Marriott's there. They've got some numbers around this Leongatha. Again, they go backward. Maskell's all on his own. He hasn't had an opponent for 5 minutes, and he'll go inside forward 50 again. It's 3-on-1, Moe's favour, and Declan Kelty takes a hanger. Although the free kick goes to Biffin. He'll square it out wide to Danaher. Danaher inboard kick's going to miss the target. Van der Plyte, this could be costly. No, the siren sounds. Oldham was under a bit of pressure anyway, but 31 and a half minutes it took for the second quarter. It was 22 at quarter time. They've extended the margin to 31, the Parrots, and they lead it at half time. 8-5-53 are leading Moe. 3-4-22. It's a prelim final of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League, and it's at Sales Main Oval this afternoon on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're going to get to a quick break and come back with a halftime wrap. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Let's get down to business. Leongatha a little bit late getting out. Umpires are ready to go. Moe's ready to go. And Leongatha run out and have to get straight into their position. They do lead by 31 points. They took a little bit extra time during the half.
Smart. Didn't want to go out into the sun.
Yep.
Just kept them nice and cool in underneath the change rooms.
Yep, certainly conditions are tough. Breeze is just starting to pick up a little bit too, Boxer.
It is, mate. And look, nothing to lose now, Moe. They've got to throw everything at it. 60 minutes of their season hangs right here. First couple of goals, tidy up what they didn't do in the first half.
Well, let's see if they can mount a little bit of a comeback. They must start well early. And the ruckman go at it. Willis taps it down. Kicked off the ground, though, by Benny Danaher, who went the wrong way as Van Dyke came off the half-back line, and now we'll have another stoppage. They need to start early. They've given up, well, in the first quarter they gave up 5 goals straight. Now the second quarter they got the first one but just couldn't go on with it. Leongatha responded with 3 of their own. Heppel, great work from the clearance. Put one hand up, then got ball to boot. Goes inside forward 50. Mulqueen's back there for the Lions though. Handballs forward towards Brock Smith. Twisting and turning, goes backwards now to Van Dyke. Steps around one tackler. Did well to get around the next. Gave it back now to Smith. His inboard kick, though, will be turned over as Forrester takes the mark. Half forward flank for the Leongatha side. Will go short to Hopkins, can find him by foot. He'll quickly play on by hand. Heppel delivers towards Garnham, just over his head, and Van Dyke, who's been good for Gippsland Ozuziu, puts one hand out and takes the mark.
Yeah, he just reads the play beautifully, Van Dyke.
Does well, finds the open man in Danaher, and he can go if he wants. He does, but he took half a step, and then his handball wasn't great, but it came up to Maslin. He delivers the ball down, but it's going to end up in the hands of Westaway. They just got to control the ball and own the possession. They do. They want to get back into this game, but Westaway comes back into the middle of the ground and finds Marriott. Got the sunscreen on the zinc cream on the nose. He goes far side wide. It's a long kick, ends up coming out there, the hands there for McGannon. He couldn't quite take the mark though, so the Lions on the turnover. Sim, he finds Gowers. He'll roll around on the right boot.
Prowse is on.
Went to go. He does now go. He looks in, finds Prowse. Marriott's not even looking at the footy, and Prowse.
Marriott.
Front.
Paul's little front.
Paul. Special comments here by Paul Carter.
Sorry, that was a plain front-on tackle.
Absolutely it was, but it's gone through for a minor score, that one. Prowse absolutely was taken there by Marriott, and that should have been a free kick.
3-5-23, Moe. The margin now 30 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Leongatha 8-5-53.
He would have nearly paid the mark too. He had plenty of it.
Marriott had no eyes for the football whatsoever. He wouldn't even know where it was.
Maskell straight down the middle of the ground. Numbers back there, spinning in a little tight spot with Smith. Barrels one inside forward 50, and Maskell. He has been very, very good this afternoon. Touches now for Cade Maskell.
That's 19 now. 11 in the second quarter.
Just don't seem to want to go near him. He goes out wide by foot to Nash. And Nash wanted to keep it to the boundary line. And in the end, just too much lead rope. And he's able to find up Hopkins, and he can come inboard to Noah Gown. They're just either playing a zone defence at the moment, or they're just not willing to man up the Moe Lions, as Gown was able to spin around and kick it straight down Cam Olden's throat, right in the middle of the ground. Does he look for the switch? No, he goes back to the far side of the ground because Hopkins ran on, and he's got some grass in front of him as well. From 50 out, lowers the eyes, and Hellberg, he had two goes at it. Trent Baldy got a hand in the end. And we'll have a stoppage 3 minutes into this third quarter.
Just their work rate pushing forward, Scud, Leongatha. It's a massive difference between them and Moe at the moment.
From the stoppage again, hand up was from Prowse. Goes back to Brooks, who barrels one out. Just a dump and hope kip. Well, that's going to favour them. The bounce didn't favour the Parrots. Ferrado has it. Another high kick to half forward. And getting it straight through the melon, or the hands and into the melon, was Billy Gowers. We're going to boundary throw in.
And that's the difference between the ball coming forward for Moe, isn't it? They really have the dump kick in. They haven't lowered the eyes too well and use it forwards up all afternoon so far.
Absolutely, Boxer. I was just going to say that transfer from Leongatha was a complete opposite to what the Lions have been doing. There's a two ruckman go at it. Prowse gets the front position, but it was Wills from the back. Marriott, that was a two-handed throw, but wasn't called. Danaher, he got tackled down, but was able to get his kick away. Getting the arms free, though, was Biffin, but it's being turned over. Hume's going to run through the middle. His kick is nice and low, and finally, it went straight through his hands. Brooks was there to pick it up. Out to Van Dyke. Back to Brooks. He finds the hands of Trent Baldy, and he'll take the relieving kick. He's taken late by Ganane. Absolutely it is. Riley Baldy, you watch that one, Boxer.
Riley Baldy.
Riley Baldy. He's gone. That's got to be reversed.
He is just absolutely... He's got to be sent. Surely the ball comes back. The umpire clearly
play on.
Seen it.
Blazer delivers the ball inside 50. There's another late one there on that one. Going up with a Leongatha. No one was able to take the mark. You watch that. I've got the footy. Gowers, though, snaps it around on his right foot. But back there, though, was Maskell. He'll take the relieving kick. Comes out wide. Goes into a contest. Gown comes over the top. Marriott's taken without it, but he gets his kick away. And a free kick will go to Marriott.
We'll just say that the umpire, the emergency umpire, was front and centre of that. He just must have had sweat in his eyes, because I tell you, I don't know how he missed it.
Gee whiz. I tell you what, how much do we say?
No more.
No more?
Marriott gets the free kick, and he kicks outside his defensive 50. Lands in the hands of Hume.
What I will say is I don't want to see that in football.
Hume called the play on, goes on the left, it comes out wide, he's looking for touch. Clever kick, and it'll end up over the boundary line in front of the Parrots coach's box. We've ticked over 5 minutes here in the third quarter. It's a 30-point lead to the Parrots.
I'm more perplexed to see how the umpire actually missed it. And I can't believe I used the word perplexed.
Oh, yeah, I agree. 5.5 minutes in, Leongatha leader by 30 points. It's starting to unravel, you think, for the Lions here, because they can't get any scoreboard pressure. And I reckon you'll see a little bit of fireworks as this game continues on. Leongatha got to keep their cool. They lead by 30. Moe just got to put some pressure on the scoreboard. Baldy with a kick around the body to half forward. Going back with a flight there was Maskell. He wins it, handballs to himself towards the boundary line and will find touch. And over it goes. And Noah Gown's now gone down off the play.
Yeah, I missed that one, Scott.
No, it was in the tackle in the contest. I think he just might have caught one in the ribs. So he's holding the back of his head. I think he might just be trying to get some deep press in, Scud.
So 6 minutes in, third quarter. Willis grabs it out of the ruck, but he pushed his opponent out, and the free kick will go Prowse's way. He's outside 50. The high kick to the top of the square. It's going to land on their heads. Easy for the defenders to spoil, but Harry Pepper in the front spot.
What's that, Pepper?
Has taken a mark. Beautifully done in the goal square. Will put it through, and this is where Moe get the pressure. Not with the thuggery type of stuff. It's to put it through on the scoreboard, and Harry Pepper puts it over the net. It took 6 3/4 minutes into the third quarter for McDonald's, but Pepper gets a second. And this is a spark that they want. Can they get a couple in a row now?
That's what Timmy and I spoke about just off air before we come back on. And we just need the first few just to put a little bit of doubt in the back of Leongatha's minds at the moment. They had to really work hard for that one, and it's taken them 7 minutes. But there's still a rough chance.
Margin is 24 points at the 7 minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 4-5-29, trailing Leongatha 8-5-53. How close do they have to be, Box?
I think they need to be within, 3/4 time.
Oh, yeah.
18 points.
Ruckman will go at it here as the ball goes up in the middle. Prowse went high, was able to get his hands to it. Baldy got his quick kick out, and it goes back inside Moe's 50. Bouncing ball there. Prowse led to the ball, wasn't able to pick it up. Coming through there, Hume. He took out his own teammate, but he then got out to the ball. Comes out to Maskell. He'll swing round onto his left, and he does. He dumps it down the line looking for Heppel. Going to clear his head. The ball bounce ends up in the hands of Big Benny Willis. Nice little chip kick forward.
Oh.
Is it going to sit for Hopkins? It's not. It's going to go out of bounds.
Benny just won another ruck contest.
And he's just kicked for touch. That's all he did. It was beautifully played.
Just under a minute to go in the A-grade netball. Morwell lead 46-44 there. A close one as Leongatha have closed.
Prowse, clever, got it down, but Baldy's first to it. Marriott was with him. Did well though. Did Baldy got the handball out, but
good handball.
Heppel was great. Drew inside 50, comes through and kicks the answering goal for the Parrots from just on 45.
This is the difference. I mean, as much as we want Murray to get back into the game and really make it a contest, so much cleaner around the pack and the stoppages. And that kick there by Drew was absolutely perfect.
Again, Drew's goal takes Leongatha back to a 30-point lead on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. We're at the 9 minute mark of the third quarter. Leongatha 9-5-59, Moe 4-5-29.
That's what we spoke about even in that contest, though. There were 3 or 4 Parrots players around Riley Baldy who's trying to get the handball out, but he's just been swamped by Parrots. He doesn't have many teammates with him.
No, Heppel was fantastic.
Heppel again, yep.
He's just got a knack of keeping his feet and finding the right option to give, and he just never gives up. Just back to the A-grade netball, back down to under 30 seconds. The Tigers look like they might get the win from back here, though, on the footy field. Danaher gave a handball to Blazer, gives it to Wood. Handballs over his shoulder. No one was there. And now he has to fight and try and get it out again, does Jacob Wood. And we have a stoppage. 9.5 minutes gone now. So Moe got the first. Answered quickly by Leongatha's Kim Drew. As Willis taps it down again. Out the back was Seppi, tried to give it to Biff and he left it behind. Here's Heppel again, just bouncing around and always finds an option. And that is Jack Hume on the half-forward line. Lowers the eyes and hits Ganane, but a good spoil by Declan Kelty. Baldy with a handball over the shoulder. Van Dyke comes the other way. Handball, though, was smothered in the air. Tried to attack it quickly. Here's the defender there of Van Dyke. Now he gets a ball to boot. Top of the star 50, though. Heppel's there from 45 and hits a nobody. As Maslin gets it, just blazes away outside. And it's going to work because it lands in the hand of Tyson Biffin. The boys are looking to who's down for Leongatha at the moment.
It's McGannon, Scud.
So Biffin kicks to half forward. Prowse's head. Maskell's got the agility. Wins the footy. Gives it to Willis, who kicks it 5 metres. And the umpire said play on. Wasn't 15. No one goes to Gown. He goes inboard to Hume. McGannon still in the hands of trainers. And Jack Hume will just slow things up. He'll chip it over the top to Noah Gown.
He's coming off, Scud.
So Gown has it. Far side of the ground here. The game's over in A-grade netball. I can tell you the Tigers have won. They're into another grand final, the reigning premiers. As Leongatha's high kick from Gown. Maslin's there with Olden, but in the front spot is Scott Van Dyke, and he would nearly be, with Baldy, Moe's best player for Gippsland Isuzu today.
Van Dyke was looking to try and switch the play, but he's going to go back to the far side to where the ball came through in, and just scrubber kick got touched off the boot. I think there's that man again, Maskell. He's first to it in front of Prowse. He tried to get the ball over the line. He's got Dawson. Dawson's just thrown it. It is. He's been playing a free kick. It was just it was a nice little chest pass, boxing using the basketball term. Yeah, you have that. But Prowse, he'll take it from the far side, kicks down the line. 2-on-1 contest again. The Parrots get back.
Numbers.
Maskell, he's smart. He's played it well. And you'll see the ball over the boundary line.
Every day, all game, it's just been a concerted effort to get the extra number at the contest when the ball's in dispute.
Yeah, it's just the efficiency moving forward for Moe as well. When you've got players of the calibre of Gowers who's really struggling to get near it because of that fact that the skill level has really let him down.
Willis took it out of the ruck contest and then kicked it 55 metres. Drew's first to it. He gets his hands there and punches the ball forward. Picked up there by Moe, wrapped up straight away in the contest. They're going well. The Parrots have got numbers out there with it. Brooks got the handball away. Ends up there coming out to Simmons. Coming back in the middle. It's a risky kick. Wasn't on. Unable to get there. No one's there. But that man there, Heppel, chip kick forward.
Beautiful.
Hopkins lands at his feet. Unable to get there through. Coming through though, Maslin in the end. Out to Mulqueen. They've stood up in the end though. And it goes out to the far side and lands with Seppi. He goes down the line. 2-on-1 contest again. McGrath was front. Hume is at his feet. Looks to get handball over, but then comes back inside, and he's got that man Forrester, and he'll take the relieving mark. Went to play on, wasn't called, and now he's going to get a 50.
Yeah, that
just Jacob Wood didn't stand on the mark.
Really hurts him now.
Absolutely, it does.
He had to defend it like he did because they're just all over him at the moment.
This is the difference. I mean, Moe have to just roll the dice and go for broke. Don't defend wide. Bring it back through the corridor. It means your work rate has to lift and work well harder for your players up the ground.
Leads everywhere from the Parrots, but Forrester, he's going to be kicking it from just on 50. He runs round on the left boot, kicks it forward. It's not going to get to the goal line, but 1-on-1 contest will see the ball over for a boundary throw-in.
13 minutes in to the third quarter for McDonald's. There's a 1 in 4 chance to win with Monopoly game now at Macca's. Full terms, visit mcdonalds.com.au. They led it by 30 points to the Parrots. It was 31 at half-time, but you'd think that in the next 10 minutes of play, Moe must get at least 2 or 3 to make a game of this in the final quarter. Brock Smith wins it from the stoppage, although gave it up. Olden tried to get a handball to Littlejohn. Now Jacob Wood was in there, but he gave a handball straight back to Turton. He'll switch it across the far side of the ground, and Jack Hume's there. Kim Drew's on inside, decides to ignore that one. Now he goes to him as they sag off. Cox Edge comes late. Gave away over the shoulder. It didn't matter because Kim Drew took the mark. Moe supporters aren't happy with it, but you can take your pick. It's a mark or it's over the shoulder. Doesn't really matter. Kim Drew's going to have a shot on goal.
Definitely was there, Scud, too. And I think Jack Hume really ruined the decision to hold the kick up because that's what happened and the reason why he got taken over the top.
I think for a second there he felt that he was covered and then the other guy sagged off.
Yeah,
and then he realised to drop the eyes again, which I think was the right thing. Just sort of just went a little bit high on him.
They've just got so many players open at the moment. Like they're just finding the number. I mean, Turton kicked it 40 metres to the other side of the ground with Hume by himself.
Took a long time to get there as well, and no one got to him. So Kim Drew comes in from 45 metres, slide angle, and he's hooked it out to the right. Oh, he's sprayed it off to the right, I should say. And it's gone through for a minor score. Paul Carter.
Back to a 31-point lead for Leongatha, as it was at half-time. So both teams kicked 1 goal, 1 this quarter. 9-6-60 Leongatha. Moe 4-5-29. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Almost 15 minutes played third quarter.
Van Dyke's going to bring the ball long, and it does. And it gets to the centre circle here at Sailmain Oval. But there's that man, Maskell, taking a strong mark. He is by far, I think, at the moment, the Gippsland Isuzu player of the day by how things are going. But he's going to go out wide. This other bloke, he's been all right too in Hume. He's wrapped up straight away. Nothing coming out of it. Gown got over there to help him. No one's able to take a clean possession. It's going to go over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Maskell, 25 disposals to date, boys.
Great pressure there by Pepper as well for Moe. But he's worked right up the ground. He's in his defensive half to support other players.
Got some little kids in the grandstand, not happy with the decision of the umpires.
Wasn't. Hilberg took the ruck contest. Marriott, we tried to go through him, couldn't get anywhere, but he's going to be getting a free kick. So that he was legged. Ball comes back through Marriott. Half forward flank for the Parrots. He'll reload and look to put the ball inside 50. Went left, then went right, and then going back straight over the top, and he's going to dump it, and it's going to... no one able to take the mark. Olden, he went try to get through, left the ball behind. Wrapped up straight away, though, in the tackle, and we'll have a ball up. 25 metres out from the Parrots' goal. Just about to tick over 16 minutes here into the third period, and we're still a 31-point margin like it was at half-time.
So Gowan will do the ruck duties inside 50. Heppel was there, but Blazer just took it off him. Right foot kick, relieves the pressure, gets good distance on it, 2-on-1 again. And guess who? Cade Maskell.
Has he got an opponent? Like, I know there's got to be a half forward somewhere.
No, they've actually had to go up because of the work rate of the Leongatha, so he doesn't have an opponent. But
he hasn't had one all day.
No, that's probably true too. Maskell will kick to the 1-on-1. McGrath and Marriott. And McGrath got a fist in, and it goes over in front.
Free kick to Marriott.
Oh, well, right in front of the Sale crowd over there. That's right. Sale are in thick and fast. They run around the man on the mark as Marriott. Inside forward 50. Ganane! Good body work. Protected the drop zone and takes the chest mark. And with his jaw still intact, he's going to have a shot from goal 25 metres out on a very tight angle.
And he's done that really well. You're spot on, Scud. He's played in front of Kilty most of the afternoon, and when he's found himself on Declan, and he really did protect the drop zone. It's going to be a tough kick here. Wind will be in his face. So it'll be interesting to see how he attacks this one.
He's got one this afternoon, 17-minute mark, and you'd think the margin's at 31 at the moment. If they get this, it could just about all she wrote. He is a right footer, so he's on the wrong side. But Jack, that was one of the best attempts from that spot.
Drop punt.
He's gone early with a celebration. As you'd understand, the Sale guys don't like it because he celebrated early, but that was an amazing kick with a breeze into his face, Paul Carter.
32-point lead to Leongatha now, 9-7-61 to 4-5-29, the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Van Dyke brings the ball back in. Forrester's just got a falcon. He smiles about it. That took a left-hand turn and smacked him right in the chops. The ball gone over the boundary line. Half forward still for the Parrots. Comes back in. Hilberg gets a front position. He gets a tap down. Baldy, he's wrapped up straight away in a Marriott tackle. You're not going to go anywhere in a Marriott tackle.
Nope.
We'll have a ball up again.
Big mark for the Moore Bowling Club this afternoon, right now for the Lions.
Prowse over the back, was able to get the tap down, but Turton on his left foot kicks it around, went high and long. Kim drew in front, wasn't able to get it there. Vanderpleit, handball over. Garnham coming through. Jack Hume from directly in front, 40 out. He's pushed it to the right.
It is now a 33-point lead to Leongatha. They are 9-8-62 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Murray 4-5-29.
An update in the Mid-Gippy Grand Final 2 team. It's Fish Creek, 6-9-45. They lead Newborough 2-3-15.
Yeah, they've kicked the 2 goals 5 minutes into the third term, the first 2 goals of the game. As this ball ends up in the middle of the ground here at Sale, they want to go straight down the middle to the Lions, and we'll have a stoppage right in the middle of the ground.
And it's fair to say too, they've got the breeze. There's a strong breeze towards the Ronald Reserve end of the ground there at Moore East.
Of course, Newborough undefeated going into the game, staring down a back-to-back grand final losses. We'll keep you up to date with those scores as it progresses. Another stoppage here at Sale. Wonthaggi sit back on a hot day like today. They rest up. They might even be down at the beach.
I've just apologise to the Sale Footy Club. Carpet is a bit wet below my feet. and it's not what you think it is.
Stoppage in the middle. Vanderpleit tried to crash his way through. Wood was there as well.
Oh, I've never sweated in so many spots in my life.
And we'll have another stoppage. Just repeating here in A-grade netball, the Tigers have got up over the line. They go into another grand final. And the best on court goes to Tanya Budge, who has been in scintillating form.
2 weeks in a row, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, red hot favourite for the medal come Monday night.
Ball came through and it was Vanderpleit that got it out of the contest. Landed at Hopkins' feet, came off his knee, went back out. 2-on-2 running to the ball there. Coxedge was first to it. He's wrapped up straight away and we'll have a ball up. Half forward flank for the Parrots. Just about to tick in a time on here into the third quarter.
Fatigue kicks in as well. Now we've been playing in pretty trying conditions for the players and calling it just the same. But, you know, as the game progresses now too, a lot of tired bodies out there.
Dawson did well, got the second tap. Marriott was in front, had Baldy on him all over the place. Gowan got the handball in there, wasn't able to find anyone. It went to Van Dyke. His handball forward lands in the hands of Wood. He gets around 1, gets around 2, then finds the handball back over the top and lands up with Coxedge. You tried to bring the ball forward. Pepper will lead forward to it. He slips over. He takes out Travis Nash with him and the ball's going over the boundary line. And out of bounds just in front of where the netball courts are here at the Sale Main Oval. It's the Parrots in front by 33 points.
I like the move of Gown into the middle. They did that in the first final, and they haven't looked back from there. Normally renowned being a forward, doesn't he? So to go to the middle of the ground, he's just been tremendous.
So 21 minutes gone, third quarter for McDonald's. Ball back into the field of play. Turton tried to win it, and Trent Baldy wrapped him up. And we'll have a stoppage, 55 metres out from Moe's goal. They've only managed the one goal. Leongatha's only had the one goal in the quarter as well. You'd expect this one to go a little bit shorter than the other two. Riley Baldy from the stoppage, hard up on the boundary line, brings it back towards the top of the square. Gowan lost it. Gowers lost it in the sun as well. Then Prowse was claiming for a free kick. He got it. And Billy Gowers might have just reversed it, has he?
Yep.
He has.
Yep.
So that is silly. Prowse won the free kick, Nick. And then Gowers wanted to remonstrate. And how many times have we seen, instead of going to your teammate and tapping him on the back and saying, well done, he goes to the opposition, ruffles their feathers, and this time it cost them another goal.
Absolutely, Harry. He wasn't able to find his target there, though, in Nash, and we'll have a ball up over there.
He's going to go back to him again now and have a chat to Jackson, Harry.
Just quietly, Gowers has been at this for about the last 10 minutes.
Yep.
So every little contest he's been at, Boxer, he's been niggling and trying to find anyone that wants to engage with him.
The opposition club's done their homework very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prowse got the tap down. Ends up in the hands, snap round the corner, going to fall short, and it's going to be rushed through from behind there. It was Ferrado that took the snap from about 40 out.
And guess what?
He's still going at it.
Yep, minor score.
32-point margin in Leongatha's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 9-8-62 to Moe, 4-6-30.
The umpires told him to get back to the mark, and he did eventually.
Maskell will look to bring the ball in. He does, and he's going to go straight down the line where he's got his big fella out there, and he's going even wider than that. I was going towards Benny Willis, but he's gone out basically towards the boundary line, and it's knocked over. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
The beauty about Maskell is the yards gained, and it's not through run, it's through penetration of his kicks, because he's just a great foot.
Well, we saw that.
He does clear the area well.
His goal in the first quarter.
Yep. Boundary throw in, far side of the ground. Breeze going in that direction. Willis taps it down. I'll jump on top of each other here, and we'll have another stoppage. It has been a bit of a stalemate in this third quarter. Nothing of really great heights. And Leongatha would love that, where Moe needed to be a little bit daring, and they haven't been able to impact the margin. Actually, they've lost the quarter by a point as it stands at the moment. Riley Baldy handballs backwards to Sim, steps around the tackler, and another one, then lost his footing, and that will be hacking of the legs as Heppel came through like, it was Marriott, came through like a steam train, and Sim gets up, just limping a little bit. He's won the free kick, goes short towards Brock Smith, turns around. Now he gives a handball back to Sim. Half forward flank, can he find a leading target? Ferrado was the one, couldn't get there. Little John gave it across now to Hopkins. He runs out a defensive 50. He'll square it out wide. Jack and Aim will take the mark. He's a long, long way from home. Handball backwards to Little John. Now Hopkins, who ran on. They're on the wing. You'll happily see it go over for a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the grandstand. And the third quarter's all thanks to McDonald's. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind a new cheesy Angus at McDonald's. Juicy, 100% Aussie Angus, sizzling bacon, and golden melty cheese patty.
Oof. 24 minutes gone, third quarter.
Someone say delivery.
Prowse did well, got it there. Trent Baldy, he's wrapped up by Big Benny Willis. And we'll have another ball up. 32 points to margin, third quarter, here in the Alinta Energy Gippsland League preliminary final at the Sale Main Oval. Two ruckmen will go at it again as they have all day. Prowse did well in front. Trent Baldy, Brock Smith delivers inside 50, looking for Gowers. Went with the one hand, wasn't able to get it, and the ball goes over the boundary line. There might have been a few Bronx cheers there, I reckon, coming from the Parrot supporters there, Scud.
Yes. And certainly wasn't cheers from the Moe Lions supporters. They're the targets you got to hit, aren't they? Going inside forward 50. Marks inside forward 50, Paul?
Just one each this quarter.
For the game, Leongatha obviously well in top of the first half, so they still haven't sort of improved on that at all.
Big Benny Willis wrapped up.
They're about even, actually, Darren.
Okay, there we go.
It's going against
and
Gowers.
He's going to go against Gowers. Free kick. It's going to go to Benny Willis, and he's dropped it.
No.
I think. Hang on.
It's going to Gowers.
I think he's pointed the wrong way.
Yep.
Thanks, son.
I'm not actually sure what it was for, other than he pointed the wrong way.
Well, Moe supporters, they like the decision. As Gowers has a shot now, Timmy.
Absolutely, he will. as we said, important one. They're 32 points down. Needs this one. 25.5 minutes gone. Crosses a 50. Right forward pocket. 45. Starts it out to the right. Lets it come back on the breeze. He started it out way too far. And those cheers are coming from the Parrots. It's through for a minor score.
4-7-31. Moe, they are trailing by 31 points. Leongatha are 9-8-62. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. So the quarter's even.
Well, Maskell has it. Might go on the far side of the ground as they have done all afternoon, Maskell, and thumps the left foot into it. Clears the 50 by about 15. But the mark there taken is Prowse. Nick Variety, the big ruckman. Right foot kick, goes back inside forward 50. Gowers might fly at the back. Got a hand in there was Jackson Harry. Gowers swoops on it, kicks around the body, and around it goes. And again, this time it's to the near side. It was coming and coming. And it just snuck in for a behind.
Moe 4-8-32. Leongatha 9-8-62. 30-point margin. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 26.5 minutes played.
Going to mix things up this time, and Little John somehow finds himself on his own on the near side. The grandstand side at Sale. Takes the mark. Will go slow. That won't be 15. It actually missed Hopkins.
On the full scope.
And it is out of bounds on the full. It must be another boundary umpire because this one didn't do anything in front of me as Belfer goes back in. Numbers favour Leongatha. Good protection from Maskell and Hilberg. Westaway takes the mark.
Westaway will take the relieving kick. They're pointing for him to come this side, which he will. Pushes it towards the boundary line. Up will be Olden. Garnham from the back. No one's able to take it clearly. There's 3, 4 on there. And surprise, surprise, Riley Baldy was on the bottom of it. And we'll have a ball up. 27 minutes gone, nearly 27 and a half gone.
Mid-Gippsland Grand Final, 15 minutes gone the third term. It's all Fish Creek, 7-9-51, leading Newborough 2-3-15.
Prowse did well. Danaher on the left boot gets it inside. Westaway was in front, wasn't able to collect it. Ferrado, he tried to get the ball in front, which he does. Belfer was over it. Everyone jumps on board, and we'll have another ball up inside Moe's forward 50. Just about to tick over, 28 minutes gone, and it's still the Parrots leading by 30 points.
Last 5 inside 50s are Moe, but 3 behind is all they've got out of it.
Ferrado, kick was smothered. Little tap there from Belfer. Got out to the boundary line where Riley Baldy was there. Kicks around his body under pressure, out of bounds on the full.
I think I've seen a game where I've had there's 4 players currently that have got taped heads at the moment. So there's a first for everyone and a fact from Box.
No one's going to dispute it at all, Boxer. As the kick comes back from Maskell, there'll be a mark paid. I've got no idea who it is. It's in the only blind spot on the ground.
Olden.
Thank you very much, Boxer. You can see it. Good work.
Call it, Box.
I can see it all right because right in my path, right here, Olden. He looks inboard, goes down the line, kicks down the line, looking for the pack here. Gown's there, so's Garnham. Ball comes to ground, and it's Mulqueen who gets wrapped up. And they're still tackling hard. That's Aaron Heppel type hard here at the Sale Main Oval.
There it is. Special comments. Nick Lucchino, all thanks to Carpet Country. People dream about you since 1981.
Prowse did well. Danaher tapped it off. Coming off the bench, though, and wrapping Wood up in a tackle was Hilberg. And he's going to play on quickly with his left hand. And Wood's not happy with it. And it's being paid downfield.
Yep.
And the Leongatha Parrot bench have decided to give a few choice words there to Jacob Wood too. Just silly. Didn't need to happen.
It's just purely frustration.
McGannon goes over the top, finds Kim Drew. He's got a leading forward there.
Turton's on his own across the ground.
He was yelling for it. Kim Drew says, I'm going to take the shot at goal. Nearly 29 and a half minutes gone. He's called to play on.
Why was he called to play on? He's having a shot.
Kim Drew, he was never going to get there, Scud. Delivers a ball inside. Moe got 3 or 4 back. Cox Edge, he had it, then got relieved of it. Wood dumps it back out, and it's going to land in the hands of Little John. He's going to go straight inboard to Marriott, and Marriott will say from 48 metres, I'm going to go back as we tick over to the 30 minutes.
Razor Ray, obviously, just that decision there as the three-quarter time siren sounds. Why couldn't he take his shot on that occasion?
He could have, but he was no chance he was going to get there, so the umpire said play on.
Can the umpire make that discretionary decision?
Yep.
Who can?
He went back 40 metres. Marriott from 50, going to launch it, kicks through, and that's going to go with the breeze, and we're going to have no score.
So there it is, 30 minutes it went. We only had 2 goals kicked for the quarter, and Leongatha lead it. It is a 30-point margin at three-quarter time. Leongatha 9-8-62, Moe 4-8-32. We've got a quarter to go. to see who will face off against Wonthaggi in the 2023 Gippsland League Grand Final. Leongatha have the upper hand at the moment as they lead.
In that quarter, but Leongatha had the better of the inside 50s at the end, 16-11, so it's 49-24 there. The clearances are fairly even. Centre clearances also even. Moe actually got the 3 centre clearances that quarter. For the individual stats, Cade Maskell's at 29 disposals, Aaron Heppel's on 25, Tom Marriott on 20. For Moe, Riley Baldy's on 24, Scott Van Dyke on 22, Ben Danaher 17, Brock Smith 14.
All right, cheers, Boxer, for Around the Grounds checks. All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. You got a mid-Gippsland Grand Final score update for us. Boxer, of course, don't forget, Harvey Norman Furniture do have 60 months interest-free at the moment. No deposit finance from Latitude Financial, and receive a $1,000 bonus gift card.
Yeah, I do, Scott. They haven't moved much since your last update as well. Fish Creek 8-9-57. They lead Newborough 2-3-15.
All right, Timmy, what do you want to see from the Lions in this final quarter?
Well, what we want to see is obviously them having more players around the ball. I think that's the big thing. They need to be running in numbers, so not just leaving it up to 1 or 2 players to try and do the bulk of the work. They need to have 2, 3, 4 going at the ball, and they've just got to run for 30 minutes. That's what it is. So 5 goals down. They obviously need the first couple to make this a game, but they need to be running in numbers.
They certainly do. As the final quarter will get underway here at Sales Main Oval, as Moe got one last effort. Or will Leongatha go in as Marriott gave a quick handball back to Hume, and then Hume will kick around the body. Inside 50 it goes, and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Well, inside 15 seconds with an inside forward 50.
And I was going to mention too, they just have to throw everything at it. I think their main objective here is to win the quarter and get the first one just to really make a game of it.
So boundary throw in. Hilberg will do the ruck duties. Over the back will be Prowse. Chris Variety. Front spot, Hilberg. Prowse taps it down. Little soccer off the ground there from Biffin. Olden tried to keep it in, kicks around the body. Top of the square it goes. Nice kick. Garnan tried to fly, couldn't take the mark. Then Mulqueen lost it in the sun, so Garnan recovered, kicks around his body, bounces in the goal square, and bounces through. 50 seconds it took. Leongatha have got 1 foot on the door for the 2023 Grand Final.
And this is what happens when you make the most of your opportunities too. Small forwards do that, they can hurt you. Garnham's very dangerous around goals. His goal sense is incredible. And he got the right bounce, but he was in the right spot to win that ball as well.
36-point lead now, 1 minute into the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. Leongatha 10-8-68, leading Moe 4-8-32.
It's his third for the day, Garnham. His second effort was good there, and that's been the story of the day for the Parrots. Their second efforts have been better than what the Lions have, and he was smart enough around the goal sense to get that one through on his snap over his left shoulder. As the ball comes back into the middle, umpire throws the ball in the air. We've got Willis and Prowse. Willis gets it out there. No one was able to get it clear, but Riley Baldy was able to try and run through with it. Danaher picked it up. He's wrapped up straight away by Benny Willis. Fellow number 20, and we'll have a ball up.
So it's petered out a little bit in the third quarter. I've got a feeling it might peter out in the final quarter. Unless Leongatha really slam a few on as Gown in the middle, just with time to kick around his body. They go inside forward 50 again. Oldham with a little tap. Back there is Maslin at ground level. He's in trouble now, but the umpire was quick on the whistle on that occasion. As Cam Oldham jumped on top of him, we've got a stoppage again. Up Leongatha's end. 35 metres out from goal. Prowse comes in, taps it down. Trent Baldy left it behind. Heppel's trying to work hard. Trent just wants to keep it in. Eventually it comes out. Hilberg with a kick around the body. 1-on-1. Kilty and Ganane. Fist down, goes front and square. Tries to duck under the tackler there was Garnham. And close to the boundary line, we'll have another ball up.
And they're pretty relentless too, Leongatha as well. So I'd expect them to finish the game hard and strong. I dare say, you know, Moe probably haven't got a lot of chance to win now. They just have that momentum build up for next week.
Prowse got the tap down through, coming through as Garnham. His hands were clean, wrapped up straight away there. Bottom of the tackle. We'll have a ball up about 15 metres out from the Parrots' goal. 2 ruckmen will go at it again, Hilberg and Prowse. Prowse got the tap down. Danaher couldn't get it clear, but he does. He was able to push away there, gets the handball out. Riley Baldy, his kick out to the far side, going to the wing. No one's able to take the contest there in Ferrado, but it was Big Benny Willis got the handball down to that man Maskell, who's been great all day.
I reckon we might be talking to him soon.
I think we will be. He found Turton found Hilberg on a nice long lead. He looks forward. He's got Garnham going there with it, but in coming through into the middle was Marriott all by himself, and he'll go back, take his time, and look to slot through the Parrots' 11th goal here in this last quarter. 3.5 minutes gone. Marriott's been good as well all day. He's going to be kicking from about 40, 45 out, pushing into the breeze. Is going to be pushing the ball across his shoulder. Crosses a 50. Plays on, goes around. Little bit of a chip kick. It's going to land short, about 5 metres out. Coming through and taking the mark, even with one arm's a gun, is Declan Kilty.
On his last line, he goes short to Riley Baldy. And Baldy will look up. No one really presenting. He has to kick short and find Ferrado. Half-back flank, gives it back to Riley Baldy. He's battled all afternoon. To Seppi, will give it back to Riley Baldy. Ran down from Noah Gown, and they jump on top of him.
What an incredible chase by Gown. He's chased him from deep inside his forward 50, and he just kept the momentum. He knew the 1-2 was coming, so he read it beautifully. And he wasn't rewarded with his effort either, though.
So a great chase. Umpire will ball it up. Centre wing in front of the grandstand. McGrath couldn't get there. Willis taps it down. Trent Baldy's there on this occasion. Kick around the body on his left. Half forward it goes. Westaway will meet it. Handball's forward to Kim Drew. Kim Drew will look up. He'll kick down the line, top of the 50. Olden's there with Brill. Brill couldn't quite complete the mark. Biffin comes the other direction, took the footy, and gets rolled over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. 5 minutes in, the final quarter for Harvey Norman, and sees Leongatha 36 points in front. 10-8-68, Moia 4-8-32.
Ball comes back in, and McGrath gets the front position. He gets a tap down. Gown, he had it, lost it, wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire's called play on, and now we'll have a ball up. Bit of feedback coming from the Moe Lion supporters. Not sure they were too happy the fact that they didn't get the free kick there.
They're entitled to it. They paid their $12.
Absolutely. Everyone's entitled.
As long as they keep it fair.
Correct.
Willis clever over the back, but it went straight into the hands of Danaher. He swung around onto his left boot. Seppi.
That's holding the footy.
Absolutely it was. Seppi tried to go, but then wasn't. He's called play on. Marriott took the advantage. Kicks it inside 50. Olden 1, 2. Is he going to be paid the mark? He is.
Absolutely. He had a good bite of it. And 50. I thought he was just about to say, come back with me. No, he's just dumped him into the ground.
Come back to where I'm manning the mark. Maslin thought he got a hand in there, but Olden was good. Kept the ball in front of him. 1-2, was able to take a good mark.
Yeah, perfect. He read it well. He's just, maybe he has to give this one off. He'd be spent now after that effort. Or he aims for that goal post.
Maskell's lurking, but like a true forward, he's going to launch this one from 50, just outside. It's going to fall across the other side of the face, coming through.
The mark. Oh, no.
Rolling across the other side for a touch behind.
Margin now 37 points in Leongatha's favour. 6.5 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, Leongatha 10-9-69, Moe 4-8-32.
Biffin plays on and goes to the far side. Prowse can mark. Nick, half-back flank. The work rate of his teammates. They go backwards in the end, just towards Brock Smith.
That'll be 50.
Should be 50. And the umpire said no. Actually, I think Noah Gown says, I'll just play me 50 myself. And the umpire said, come back. So, no 50 from the umpire. Gown conceded that I did give away 50. And Brock Smith comes back and goes backwards in the end to find Grady Coxedge. His kick comes off the instep. It's going to work out. Riley Baldy takes a mark. How many touches has Riley Baldy had today, Paul?
For this quarter for 28.
So he rolls onto the right foot, kicks it down towards his brother Trent. 49 metres, plays on, right foot shot. The Breeze will take this across the face. Actually might not even make the distance in the end. Jackson Harry can get it, and handball straight into the Gowers. Nash was there, and there'll be a free kick to Billy Gowers here. I'm not sure what for, but Billy Gowers will get the free kick. He did a great work with the smother.
I think he's even shocked as well. Like, he couldn't believe that he got the free kick.
Well, too high was the call.
All right. A great effort to get a hand up to smother the ball as Harry just took it a little bit relaxed. And now kicks to the top of the square. They've muffed this one. Inside they go. Now Marriott gives a handball across to Van der Plot. He threw it. Play on to the umpire. McGrath gave it across to Baldy. Left foot shot is out of bounds on the full. And the tail of the tape for the Lions was that passage of play.
The umpire was really he missed that one completely because it was definitely a throw, and that went against Moe's. Just Moe's all afternoon.
37 points.
Comes back in, looking for the boundary line, unable to find it there, but Gowan will see it roll over. And in the end, it was Benny Maslin who'll take it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in, 8.5 minutes gone.
Mid-Gibby Grand Final, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland, Fish Creek, 8-10-58. Lead Newborough 3-4-22.
2 years in a row for Newborough.
Unbelievable. Ball back in. Not yet, says Boxer. Willis tapped it down to Marriott. Over the top now to Hopkins by hand. They've been great, the midfielders. Hopkins back to Gowan. Gowan just left it behind somehow. And then Baldy tried to come in. Forrester did well. Well done by Baldy. Seppi with a little quick kick towards the boundary line. Blazer got it out. Oh! And it was just doing a little bit of a shimmy. Just put it back to his right hip. And it went over ever so slightly for a boundary throw in. 9 minutes into the final quarter. It's all Leongatha, 37 points. As McGrath got high, Van der Plot was there as well. Tried to give a handball to the ruckman in Willis. Wood works hard at ground level. And Wonthaggi today will relax on a hot spring summer's day.
Sticky.
It's very sticky in the box. They're relaxed, they're waiting for their opponent.
Willis got the front position, goes over the back like he's tried to. Wood tried to barrel through, unable to get there where Gowan, he was wrapped up straight away in a strong tackle there by Seppi, and we'll have a ball up again. 55 out from the Lions goal.
I just want to see a little bit of control from the umpires now. Just a couple of late tackles are starting to get a little bit of a concern for me, Timmy.
Marriott got it on the ground. Swings around over his shoulder, goes to the far grandstand wing. Ball seen over there by Hilberg, and we'll have another boundary throw in. I agree with you, and that'll be something that they'll be trying to work into, just have a look at and not be trigger happy on the whistle, but just continue to control what's going on in what really is becoming a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, I want to see the best players playing in grand final today. I don't want to see anyone knocked out with a little bit of a slip and a tackle that goes a bit errant. And the last couple have just been a little bit concerning.
10.5 minutes gone. Willis front position again, taps it down, but it ends up in the hands of Seppi. They've started to read that well from the Lions. Westaway, he's been good as well. The Parrots back line has been very good all day.
Yep.
And experienced, and he goes back and finds that man, Cade Maskell. You reckon you're a little bit on the BO nose, Boxer? I reckon something's wrong with Cade Maskell today because no one's been near him all day.
Well, he's going into Harvey Norman soon with a $50 voucher, I reckon.
He is. Westaway, he'll come long down the wing. Looking for Willis and Prowse. Coming over the back, unable to take contest. Hopkins, though, got a handball out. Kim Drew put his hand over the ball. And that was high. No one was called there. Going through Maslin. He's picked it up straight away. Wrapped up in a tackle. And we'll have a ball up in the centre square. 11 minutes gone. 37-point margin to the Parrots.
They've got to complete the game out the Leongatha side. They can't just walk off now with a victory. They've still got 10 minutes to go. Danaher shrugged the tackle, gave it to Sim. Sim ran into the tackle of Westaway. He spun. He's got lucky there, I think. And we'll have a ball up. Of course, big moments thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. They started well, the Parrots, where they kicked 5 goals unanswered. All thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. The new convention centre is now open for bookings. As Seppi gave a handball back to Pepper. Left foot kick down towards the past players' hill here at Sales Main Oval, which has been a massive crowd this afternoon. Little John didn't mean to push Belfer into the bar, but he just about did. Great facility now with the past players' hill. They've really done the spectator viewing areas absolutely fantastic here at Sales Main Oval. A credit to the local council and, of course, the Sale Football Netball Club as well, Tim.
Prowse got the tap down forward, wrapped up straight away, though. He's Heppel.
Kim Drew.
And there's a bit going on off the ball here.
No,
yeah, silly.
Kim Drew got dumped off the play.
Yeah, by Blazer.
Yep, and he asked the question, you don't want to get reported, Leongatha. I wouldn't be throwing anything. There's going to be a 50-metre penalty. I'd be trying to get out of there as quickly as possible if I'm Leongatha, because that's the last thing you want. You're about to go into a grand final, and now they take Olden's head as well. Moe have just got, well, I suppose nothing to lose. They're about to kick a goal, Timmy, by the way.
Blazer comes in, delivers the goal, and that's the 5th of the game for the Lions as it all starts to disperse. But it's still going on here between Hopkins and Coxedge. And surprise, surprise, roly-ballies floating around there too.
A 31-point lead to Leongatha at the 13-minute mark of the final quarter. They are 10-9-69, leading Moe 5-8-38, and it's all on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
So Hume didn't have to retaliate. His teammate went down, retaliated high, and that's what caused it. So
yeah, I didn't mind. Declan Kelty came up and basically just tried to say to a couple of Leongatha boys, it's just cool the Jets a little bit here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done there by Declan. Well picked up, Timmy. As Baldy again tries to win it. Vanderpleit. Baldy's been great this afternoon. Handballs across now to Coxedge. He's wrapped up in the tackle from Vanderpleit. He's been great on the field. He had one little thing I was not happy with him with, but he's still a good player. I still like him. It's okay. He's still on the Christmas card list just at the moment.
Hilberg, Nash got it forward. Straight in the hands of Prowse.
What says you are?
Hey,
on his?
And no, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I still send mine out.
I'm not sure he's got on anyone's list.
Hey.
Hilberg got the tap down. Comes through Heppel. Hopkins from 45. Kicks towards goal. And it's going to go through for a minor score.
It's now back to 32 points in Leongatha's favour. They are 10-10-70, leading Moe 5-8-38. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 14.5-minute mark of the final term.
Kelty straight down the middle of the ground. Hilberg was there, couldn't complete the mark, and we'll have a ball up.
Scud Mid-Gippy, it's 59-23 Fish Creek's way.
All right, who's kicking with a breeze in the last quarter?
Newborough.
Okay. So back here, it is 32 points in favour of the Parrots. Stepped in one was Trent Baldy. Kicks out wide. James Blazer takes the mark at his chest. But Ferrado, he's got one out wide in Seppi. The left footer, though. He wants to come back on the left. Decides to give a handball. Misses the handball to Sim. He has to go down and get it. Kim Drew will close. Sim will handball backwards. He got legged. And Sim will get the free kick. 55 metres out from goal for the Lions. He'll handball backwards to Seppi. The umpire said, come back over your mark. They might even do this again. No, Sim this time will have to take his kick. Seppi rolls forward to the top of the 50, and that's where he's going to go by foot this occasion. Out wide, though. Still 55 metres out, but the left footer, he's never going to go back onto the right. He tried to sell candy, and his right foot kick goes in the direction there of Balfour. Couldn't complete the mark. West away with the spoil. Heppel at ground level with a handball. Goes in the hands now of Billy Gowers, and they wrap him up straight away as well. And we'll have a stoppage. And again, Gowers gets up and goes to the opposition.
And he was frustrated. You know why? Because of the tackle by Nash. It was huge.
Prowse taps it down. Top of the square we are. West away with a quick kick. Relieves a little bit of pressure. There's the dust up again, boys. And it's going on again. Danaher this time as well. Ball comes outside 50. Blazers in there. Back ahead over the footy. Back in the half-forward flank is Van Dyke. And now we'll have a stoppage. 16 minutes gone, final quarter.
If I'm the emergency umpire, I'm just getting out on the field. You might as well just stay out there. Earn your 15 minutes. Two ruckmen go at it. Give that one to Hilberg. Jacob Wood swings back around, puts the ball inside 50, looking forward. Going back with the flight was Hume. Wasn't able to take the mark. Coming through, wrapped up straight away in a tackle by Vanderpleit. And we'll have a ball up. 50 metres out from the Lions' goal. They trail by 32 points. 16.5 gone here in the last quarter of the preliminary final at Lynch Energy Gippsland League.
Temperatures dropped by 2 degrees in the commentary box. We're down to 53 degrees now.
Going up, no one was able to take the mark. Danaher couldn't, but it ends up in his hands. He's wrapped up straight away.
Box it, 10-minute mark of the final quarter. And, well, Newborough 4-7-31. Fish Creek 8-12-60.
Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Ruckman go at it again. This time Hilberg took the front position. Handball comes out. Heppel wasn't able to take it there. Coming through, looked like Vanderpleit. He's wrapped up straight away by 4 or 5. And this may be what this game's going to end up looking like, Scud. We're just going to go ball up after ball up.
Which is disappointing because these are the top 3 sides are remaining. And they're very, very good sides when they play football. But the way the score is, the way the game's being played, it's in tough conditions in the heat out there. They wouldn't have experienced this at all in season 2023 yet. And it's just going to fizz out as we've got a boundary throw in right in front of us. 17.5 minutes gone. And we're right next to the timekeepers. Maybe just get a bit of a word through to don't worry about time on.
He can hear, he's listening to
We're not doing time on anymore. We're just going to play it out. The ball comes back in. Biffing over the back. Heppel was there as well. Wrapped up in the tackle. And the umpire says, my ball. And the timekeeper says, let's just play it out.
No, we'll slip him a 50 and just blow it in 2 minutes.
No, they are professional at what they do, and we love our volunteers, and that's exactly what they are next to us as well.
9 minutes to go, Scud, in the last quarter, just for anyone that's listening. As we kicked over the 18-minute mark here.
Don't push it. Another ball up.
So Ruckman will go at it again. Hilberg, front position, got the tap down. Marriott got the kick out. It's coming out towards the, in between the two coaches' boxes.
Guess what?
We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Time on, says the umpire.
I'll tell you, the two blokes, or the blokes that have done the most work today are the ruckman.
Yep.
We've had that many ball up and boundary throw-ins. It'll be interesting to see Paul Carter's stat thanks to Gippsland Isuzu at the end of the game.
Tell you what, great competition they've got running too at the moment, Gippsland Isuzu Ute. You can head down to the Morning Peninsula or even Phillip Island with a lovely one. And you can take the Ute away, the Isuzu Ute. Box, are you still with us?
Is it possible to get like heat straight in the box?
Well, I think we've got it.
I'm about cooked.
I think you fainted actually standing up.
Baldy came through there. McGrath kept it in front of him. Wasn't able to get it. Baldy did well. Came back through. Turton wrapped him up. Hume's going to be first to the ball. Good shepherd by Westerway. Clears the path. He's got it here. He's going to come back towards the middle. Delivers the ball. Comes through and finds Heppel, who's on his own. 2 kicks from home. Nothing going on, so he goes short. Ends up in the hands of Nash. McGannon, sorry. Comes out this side. Marriott all by himself. He's going to roll in, cross over 50, just beyond it. From outside 50, he launches. And the breeze must have dropped off a little bit because that one didn't come back too much. It's gone through for a minor score.
10-11-71 at Leongatha, 33-point leaders over Moe, 5-8-38. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 20-minute mark, final quarter.
Race in for Super Savings LG Fridges at Harvey Norman. As a kick from Kilty goes straight down the middle of the ground. Front and square there was Baldy. Riley, quick kick, but lands in the hands of our Gippsland Live player of the day. We're going to give it away early. Cade Maskell. That is possession number 32, which was a lateral kick out wide towards Dawson, who come into the side today. It'll be interesting to see if Bowman gets back into the side for the Parrots. And running away with this one is Nick Prowse. His kick goes along the ground. Pepper's there, though. He's got a couple to beat to the Parrots. Handball's over his shoulder. Back to Prowse. He's going to give a handball back to Pepper. They're under pressure. Pepper slips while he kicks. And it goes to the pocket. Belfer's there. The handball back to Prowse. They're under pressure still. Dawson closed. Put a tackle on. Belfer in a tight space, somehow got boot the ball. Ferrado tried to don't argue and now gets pinned for holding the ball. And the Leongatha side at the 20-minute mark of the final quarter to have pressure like that, to stop that forward thrust and stop it in one go. That was a forward thrust, Tim. That is what the Parrots are all about.
Absolutely it is, and they've been like that. And there was probably about 10 or 12 possessions there in that call there, Scud, which was great by you, where the Lions unfortunately didn't really go very far. Nash, he kicks the ball down. That's going to go out of bounds on the full.
Free kick against Travis Nash after he got rid of the football. He got tackled and just put a hand up and got an elbow in the back of Trent Baldy's head.
So Baldy will take the free kick about 60 out. He called a play on. He steps towards 50, lowers the eyes, but his kick in is cut off by Westerway. He's going to go out wide and lands in the hands of Heppel.
Back to 22 points, Boxer.
I was going to just say, I knew the update here. It's 5-8-38 Newborough to Fish Creek, 8-12-60.
Forrester has a couple of bounces along the outer side. Sorry, Timmy, goes to Hume.
You're good.
Finds Hume by foot, sliding down and taking the mark.
I just rolled with it because I saw you were looking at scores.
Kick down to half forward. Gowns on his own, takes the mark. The build-up is slow. He goes, going to square it out to Kim Drew, right in the middle of Sales Main Oval. Garnham presents, and Kim Drew says, we'll just wait, because Westerway will roll down from the half-back line. Didn't take the mark, it landed his toes. We had all the time in the world to give a handball off to Heppel, and Heppel will go to the pocket, to the one-on-one, and Cam Oldham will take the mark. He'll play on, he'll have a bounce, kick a check side, and hit the upright as Grady Coxedge continued the chase. And 22 and a half minutes gone, minor score.
34-point lead to Leongatha, 10-12-72 to Murray, 5-8-38. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 22 and a half minutes played last quarter.
Coxedge was right on his hammer there, and he still had the nerve to take a bounce.
Yep.
As he was going through, Kilty's kick was so good, went between Trent Baldy's legs, ends up in the hand of Blazer. There's Riley Baldy. Gets the handball out, wasn't quite able to hit his target there in Dylan Brooks. He kept the ball in play, though, and they'll see Riley Baldy over the boundary line in front of the Moe Lions coach's box. 23 minutes gone here. 34-point lead to the Parrots.
5 minutes to go in the quarter. And we appreciate our timekeepers next to us. They're in a similar hot box like us.
Willis got the tap down. Prowse tried to go off the ground, wasn't able to get anything out of it. Trent Baldy's over it. Wrapped up, though, by Benny Willis, and we'll have another ball up.
You know what's unreal? There's 5 minutes to go, and Leongatha are still rolling the big rotation, still through the bench.
It's important they have to.
Yeah, they do.
As they're not taking this guy off. Cade Maskell again has taken the mark at half back. He's been loose. He's had a man. He's had to go when he's had to go. And he's clearly Leongatha's best player as Maskell kicks down the line. The big fella, Big Benny Willis, got 3 to beat, and he's just about done it too. The big ruckman, Chris Prowse, grabbed it, and we've got a stoppage.
Might be a bit before your time, Timmy, but the old WWF days, Ben Willis reminds me of a wrestler whose name was Big John Stud. I want you to Google that, and you'll see the resemblance. He's huge.
So Prowse up against Big John Stud. Couldn't get the tap out on this occasion. Marriott bursts through. What a beautiful handball. Inboard to Kim Drew. Chips over the top. He's got Turton. And Turton from 40 takes the mark. He's got Ganane. He wants him, finds him. And Jack Ganane will take the mark in the long sleeves, mind you. Hats off to you, Jack, to keep it on a day like today.
Well, let's be brutally honest, Scott. He's got him up above his elbows, so...
Well, still, it is on. I mean, Boxer's naked in the box here. Oh. He's lost all his clothes.
That's just hair.
How's the wall going? He's been leaning up against it for the last half an hour.
I'm cooked.
He's trying to create a hole in it for a bit of breeze.
How can you chafe from not walking?
Jack Ganane, he's got a goal this afternoon. 25 minutes have gone. Right foot kick on its way, and it is a minor score. Come on, Jack.
35-point lead to Leongatha. They are 10-13-73. Maui 5-8-38. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard 25 minutes played. Final quarter.
Well, it certainly fizzed out of this one.
Absolutely. We've only had 4 goals kicked in the 4 goals kicked in the second half after we had 11 in the first.
Waving to some fans, Timmy. Sorry, mate.
Oh, of course
got
you
distracted.
Oh, what a surprise. It'll be Van Dijk that'll bring the ball back in. He goes long, outside 50.
You want an autograph, boys?
Going through. Gowers wasn't able to take the mark.
I'm awake now.
Please, pay attention. Handball, Gowers got it out on the far wing, went around Marriott, got the handball over to Sim. He's going to take one bounce. Looks to deliver the ball inside 50, he does. Prowse by himself over the back, good kick by Sim. Prowse looked to take Westway on there, but he just needs to go back and try and slot this one in. He's going to centre the ball out to Riley Baldy. Who's about 10 metres further out than where he was. He's going to go the other side of the forward 50. Lands at Harry Pepper's feet. He tries to take on one tackle. That's holding the ball, not according to the umpire. He got a handball away to Blazer. That's another one for holding the ball.
Holding the man. They've paid that one, Timmy. I think the ball may have just bobbled out in the tackle. Timmy's lost it. Timmy's out.
He's done.
Wasn't happy with that one. And then they continued with the tackle, and of course it was holding the man that they decided to go with. So James Blazer's got 2 this afternoon. He might just be taking home the Zambrero goal of the day as well. We'll get to that in the post-game. He's side trail by 35 points. He's been an absolute wonderful servant of the Maui Lions. Love the way that he plays. On this occasion, that's not his best kick. But he certainly hasn't been the weak link in this Maui side today. He's been pretty handy for the side.
Maui 5-9-39. Leongatha 10-13-73, 34 points. The difference on the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard, almost 27 minutes of the last quarter gone.
It's footy final season and big games need king-size screens. You can save on TCL and LG TVs right now at Harvey Norman Computers.
Garner went up, so did Cox Edge. Oldham was at the back, ended up in his hands, but it's come out the back with Cox Edge, who's wrapped up straight away in the tackle.
4 minutes to go in the Mid-Gippsland League Grand Final. And there's still a 22-point lead to Fish Creek, so you could just about nearly write that one up for a Fish Creek win, I reckon.
Another win.
2 ruckmen are going to go at it. Prowse, Willis. Willis got the tap down coming through. There was Blazer. Got the quick hands to Riley Baldy on his left boot. Kicks the ball inside 50. McGrath. Nice use of the body is what the umpire has called. And we're going to have free kick a goal for young Lockie McGrath as we about to tick over 28 minutes. Sting has well and truly gone out of everyone here, and we're just purely playing for time.
Tell you one thing, the people at the past Players Hill haven't left the bar.
No, they haven't. Perfect day for it. McGrath on the left, swings it across, and it's going to go across the face and through for a minor score.
Well, they wouldn't be parched over there, would they?
No, that's exactly
They're
right.
definitely well fluided up.
Maui
if that's
now
a word.
5:10:40 on the Harbour Norman computer scoreboard. Leongatha 10:13:73, 28 minutes played, final quarter.
Perfect conditions to be over there at the Players Hill, Boxer. Bit of shade, a little bit of sun, nice breeze. The one that we haven't quite got in here as Maskell kicks it outside his defensive 50, looking for Benny Willis over the back. Here he goes. Go, what is he? Big John Stud. He just couldn't get those big legs going with Big John Stud, and the ball's over the boundary line.
What was Big John Stud's
I'll Google it.
signature move?
A body slam.
Of course it was.
Far side centre wing, 28 minutes and 28 and a half minutes gone. Ball's going to come back in. Prowse and Willis, as they've done all day. Prowse got the big tap out. Was going to lead to the ball there. Gets into the hands there of Little John. He tries to kick it over, wasn't able to get anywhere. And he smacks the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Bring us home, Scud.
Rightio. 33-point margin. The Leongatha supporters are certainly up and about at the moment as they are booking themselves into their 7th consecutive grand final. The Boxers just showing us a photo of Big John Stud. Big Ben Willis has gowned from this stoppage, kicked around the body, top of the 50 that it goes. Luke Mulqueen will be the first one back, or it might not beat him. He won't be able to get it because the boundary line will beat him, and it will be a boundary throw in. 29 and a half minutes to go. Can't be too long to go now. Only about less than a minute. Half a minute to go. Thank you very much to our timekeepers next to us. The Parrot supporters start to go up. They know what's happening now, as they are going to take on Wonthaggi. It's going to be a fantastic game of football next week, Saturday afternoon grand final. All the action live from Orwell Rec Reserve. As Leongatha got one left in them, it gets to the goal line, tapped over there from Garnham. It will go over for a boundary throw in. We're just about to tick over into 30 minutes. 33 points for the Leongatha side. 10-13-73. Maui are 5-10-40. And Maui's season will come to an end today, and they'll finish 3rd. And I can let you know that it's final scores in the mid-Gippsland too, Boxer. It is all done and dusted. And the undefeated team of Newborough have gone down. And here, you can hear by the support, the siren sounds. Leongatha win it. They're into another grand final. They take on the arch rivals. It's going to be a battle of the South. The Battle of Strzelecki next Saturday afternoon in the Gippsland League grand final as Wonthaggi take on Leongatha. Because today Leongatha win 10-13-73, defeating Maui Lions 5-10-40. We've got the post-game coming up. I think you know who we're going to talk to from the Leongatha side. We've got all the stats, and we're going to wrap it up from Sales Main Oval this afternoon. Prelim final day, Leongatha win by 33 points. It's thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.